looking. So I decided to look this up because I was curious. It says if the word magic is mentioned in the description, anti-magic field makes it disappear. A spell is magical, so it can't do that. And a werewolf uses polymorph to transform, which is a spell. But they have a list of like other things that involve it. So like there's like druids can't wild shape an anti-magic zone if they're transformed will be dispelled to a zone. Monks can use most features in the zone, but can't use others. Any spells, example is shadow or 40 monks or things that mention magic. Now my favorite one. Paladin's divine smites are a little weird with it using a spell slot, but not mentioning magical in the description, potentially allowing you to smite in an anti-magic zone.
I would absolutely not allow that. I would still not allow that. Because it's literally
it's DM's call. DM's call.
You would use you're using a
Jeremy
spell
Crawford's
slot.
like it's a DM's call.
Yeah, you're using a spell slot. I mean, that's you're using magical fucking energy to do that. So no. Not in my
anti-magic fields expresses all the powers and properties, including sentience of a magic item in it, unless the item is in fact an artifact.
Okay, interesting.
I'm gonna be back real quick. You guys can start them. I'm just gonna go back to.
All right. Well, let me do some posting.
We are live.
Yes, we are. We'll be starting in a moment. Tristan, where can I post stuff on your Discord or no?
Yeah.
Where?
You have a Discord, sir?
Yeah. General.
Okay. Sorry.
Bro, here's my invite.
So stupid.
Here, I'll post that on General Crowd here.
That's so dumb. Oh my god.
He goes.
I just like how like his limbs are perfectly straight.
All right, let's see. And I believe everyone's in the right spot. I love the Discord version of this. Let's go. We're live, everyone. Welcome back to Roll Call. Another episode of Roll Call. Today's episode name, I don't know if it's actually going to come true, but we'll see.
Oh man, what is today's episode's name?
Just Out of the Underdark.
We're only gonna get to maybe the town. Maybe.
Did you put a question mark at the end of that?
No, I can, but I don't want to because I want to let you guys eventually do get out of there pretty quickly.
He wants to believe in us.
Everyone's complaining about the Underdark. All of you are, or a lot of you are, so it's fine. I get it. Either way, we're back. And let's kick things off with whoever gets to go first. And I'm going to include myself in this one for character introduction. It's Ian.
Yay!
Go ahead, Ian.
Hi, my name is Ian. I wasn't going to be here this week, but now I am.
Yeah.
I am playing Captain Amos Bloodbeard Orst. Sorry, I'm like styling my hair at the same time. It's chaos right now. There's moving going on at my apartment, and because of that, everything's everywhere there. So, he is a tiefling. He has 2 levels in fighter. I had to think about that, and 3 levels in rogue. So he's a swashbuckler. And he is a Zerial tiefling, if that means absolutely anything to you.
A little.
Man, he's in the Underdark. He did some pretty fucking cool shit last episode.
Yeah. There was a character growth moment. Literally a character growth moment.
Yeah, literally character growth. I mean, like, I'm chaotic good, not... I couldn't just let my premises fall to its untimely end.
Yeah.
I thought you meant character growth when he just got covered in lube and something happened to him.
No,
dude, that was
that's the side growth.
There was he was a side growth, slightly to the left. And on that note, I'm gonna pass it over to the lube master himself, Dylan.
Hello, I'm Dylan. I'm playing Zubrik Illuma Luisi. He is a conjuration wizard. He is the patented holding Zublu owner. And he doesn't remember what's going on, but he just knows he lost the race to Amos. Then pass it off to the puzzle solver, Emilio.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Clover for Sylvan.
It's Sylvan.
It's Sylvan. Sorry, continue, Emilio. You and Zurich definitely did the brunt of the heavy lifting for the puzzle, but that.
The ghost puzzle solver for the true puzzle solver in Clover. But I'm Adrian. I play Emilio Buonoceros, who is the Shadowcry Drow Circle of Stars Druid. He has purple skin, silver hair, standard Drow stuff. He's not a fan of the Underdark, or I guess just being underground in general right now. He almost died at the end of last session, so he was it's been a lot, especially since his frenemy in the group is the one to have saved his life. So that's gonna be very interesting to deal with for the rest of the session, I guess. I'm gonna pass it off to the real puzzle solver, Clover.
Hello, I'm Tristan. I'm playing Clover. They are a life cleric of Liara. The Underdark sucks. Very much. And it feels like no matter where we go, it just gets worse and worse until, we are running away from a chasm. I really hope we can get out of the Underdark, and, yeah. How about you go, Tingle?
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. My name is Robert, and my voice will not be this deep when I'm playing Tingle. He is a gnomish armor artificer who is rolling around in a weird Magitech suit of clanking heavy armor that he uses to thunder punch people with. He's also a pretty conniving, evil little shit. And yeah, last episode he helped trigger the explosion that destroyed the entire secret underground base of Forgotten Lore that everyone really was interested in exploring. So yeah,
there was only one more level left, but yes, you did definitely destroy the place by pushing the big red button. Basically,
he's a man of action.
Yes, he is.
And with that stellar explanation for what happened as well, here's the DM, Peter.
Oh, thank you. Whoa, what a nice transition. Normally I don't get one of those. Well, thank you, Robert. I am Parky Park. I will be the dungeon master for this homebrew campaign called The World of Særald. That's in 5th edition D&D. And occasionally, other than the other NPCs, I guess now that you have gained a new ally, I will also be playing bass, or bass 6.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so I believe unfortunately Ian's a mod here, so in the chat
I was like, how can I screenshot me having my mouse over the timeout button?
All right, well, let's see. I believe Clover tied with Bloodbeard at the vote last week, and so it's Clover's turn.
Defaulted to Clover because I was not going to be here.
Yes. So Tristan, will you regale us with a recap, please?
Okay. Not only do I hate the Underdark or just being underground, but I also hate weird buildings. Construction that is so alien to me. This bioengineering lab, whatever that means, gets more strange the deeper we go. The room we just stumbled upon seems to be a study, but there seems to be a single layer of metal over everything, except the 12 gems below a poem. I don't even know any of the languages, but that one is Sylvan. From what everyone else seemed to gather, the metal is some type of defense mechanism, and we have to use the poem and gems as a key, a cipher. Without even trying to figure out the puzzle, Emilio ended up touching a gem, which shocked everyone in the room. Quick note: if I don't end up leaving here, this place, I bestow this diary to Thistle of the Lotus Den family. And thank Liara, we ended up cracking the puzzle because I don't think any of us was planning to get out of here alive. First try, kinda. The metal melts from the room, allowing us to leave, but the party seems to be more interested about the books and items in the room. I just regain my thoughts and hopefully we can get out of here. As we're leaving, Bloodbeer leaves a book on the ground for me to pick up when we decide to leave the facility. We go deeper, down a staircase, to find a circular room with pipes running all around. They seem to be connected to these 5 pods. Sized for a humanoid. There's also a table in the center of the room, and one of the pods seems to have someone in it. We figured out it's, sorry. I lost train of thought.
Oh, no, it's fine. Take your time.
The voice pops out of nowhere, threatening us, but it seems that it can't. We end up calling it Base Prime. Base Prime and Base 6 seem to talk to each other about some unstable catalyst, and Base Prime tells Base number 6 to power down. Base Prime is wrong. Base Prime's not broken. Why would he want to shut him down? After some bickering with the group, Emilio and I get drawn towards this pod. The pod seems to have a person in it. This person wants to be free. I can't ignore that. I can't. How can someone lock someone up for so long? So inhumane. Base Prime told us it was Project Alpha. His name was Alistar. He was sick with madness and decay. They're apparently in status for over 103 cycles. I'm taking a guess that's years. We decided to eject the pod, hoping to let them free. Good news, Alistar is free from captivity. After getting blasted by light, he seems to not be there anymore. Bad news, Lady Realwin's bioengineering lab is terminating, and none of us want to be there when it does. As we're leaving, random magic gets thrown around the lab as we're leaving. Who grew big? Was that?
Yeah, Bloodbeard.
Bloodbeard grew unbelievably big as we're going up the staircase, and we had to use Zoobloob to squish him out. I did not forget the book while we're running out. And we also got Bedman before the facility collapsed. And Bloodbeard ended up throwing tons of beads from his necklace that grew into big giant blasts of fire that allowed us to escape. And I never want to be underground again.
All right.
By
you.
Clover, age 20.
And I do want to point out something. That was a great recap. I do want to point out something. Now that you all are have just made it out of this collapsing ruin, you're in this massive hall that, you know, towards the end of the hall where you found a broken, dilapidated entrance to the floor below. This massive hall that once housed and hid the ruins below. You're still there, but there's a faint glow that you all can see upon all of you. That similar golden nova of light that cascaded from the being that Clover mentioned in the recap, that earthen individual that exploded, cascading you in this warm, welcoming light where it felt peaceful, finally being freed. But this glow still lingers. It's you can see it, you can all see it, but Bedman doesn't seem to have pointed anything out, nor does it seem to actually give off light of sorts. You all just can see it upon yourselves right now.
Is everyone safe?
Even Base 6, by the way. Like, even though he has a metal form and a weird brain in a jar, even he has this thing about him.
Do we still feel that feeling?
No, the emotional feeling from that you guys have quickly wore away, unfortunately, due to the adrenaline and all the trying to run out of there. However, that kind of faint glow and aura about all of you, other than Bedman, still is there.
Do you guys see this like glow thing going on?
What glow are you talking? What glow are you talking about?
The adults are talking, kid.
Yeah.
Is it like if I peek below my armor's gorget, do I see the glow also on my skin, or is it just on the surface? Or
No, it's just kind of upon you, like overall, even like bits of your armor and all that, like everything encompassing who you are as the individual. There's this kind of faint glow and aura that you can all see upon yourself.
well, if we can find like a safe spot, I kind of want to do a detect magic, cause this looks kind of like something that might make somebody explode. You know, you're emitting light just after getting hit by a wave of energy, so maybe not great.
Ace, you don't happen to know what this does, do you?
Once again, I have to turn you down just a little bit. Your normal talking voice and your Bloodbeard voice is definitely on a different level.
Like,
So
if I talk, it's like normal capitalization, and then when Bloodbeard starts talking, it's just like caps lock.
yeah, you accidentally hit caps lock and you're talking. That's fine.
Oh, it's intentional. Like, just...
What's called? Base goes. Wait, sorry.
I cannot identify what the aura is.
I don't think it's bad.
And you
Yeah,
can't see it, kid?
What light are you talking about? That one? And he's pointing at like the dancing lights that Zubik probably has going nearby.
I'm just saying, maybe if we find like a little closet or a side cave or something, I can take 10 minutes and check us over.
Did anyone else notice we're glowing?
Exactly what we're
I
talking
mean,
about.
I guess
You're not glowing.
Yeah, we are, kid. It's okay.
All minor illusion Bedman's always glowing.
I'm glowing. Oh, I'm glowing, guys.
You're doing it too.
Oh my god, you're so special. You're glowing. Look at you. You're the only one glowing here.
Oh,
What were you saying before, Emilio?
Just, I mean, I guess we can identify what the glow is, but like Clover said, I don't think it's anything malicious. I mean, you guys all felt the thing when we exploded the lab, right?
the ancient being of unimaginable power that's been kept alive for eons that then blasted us with foreign magic before dying and disappearing.
Yeah, but you felt it, right?
I
You feel
don't
a
know
lot
if
of
he
things.
did. I don't know if he did, Emilio.
Oh, that's true. He doesn't really have feelings, I guess. But everybody else felt it, right?
I mean,
Okay.
I felt something.
Well, was it a good something?
I feel pretty fucking good right now.
You need to sit down. What
I think
happened?
Zubrik's still feeling it. Maybe he took it for Tingle too.
I was gonna say maybe like the wild magic. You know how when everybody turned invisible, we didn't really see what happened to Zubrik. Are you okay? Should we be checking on you?
No, it's fine. I just took enough for 2.
Took enough wild magic for 2? Oh my, Clover, heal this man.
I can't.
I mean,
How about we just take like a little sit down and Zuber can try and, stop talking to the wall, and then we can, figure out what's going on with this glow.
All right, by the way,
I wouldn't mind. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, I want to ask: are you guys moving at all, or are you still in the
Well,
end of the
what
hall? Oh, okay,
Bloodbeard
sorry. Go
was
ahead.
like, I wouldn't mind putting a little bit more distance between the giant hole and us, if it's
Yeah,
all
that
the same
sounds-
to you guys.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so I'm guessing you all are heading back in a direct fashion backwards, like
Mhm.
you know, of how you guys got here. Excuse me, sorry about that. So you all head backwards. You get to the large lake and the waterfall cascading next to you. That's partially obscuring this massive hall of an entrance. And when you get there, you could see that there are many heads poking out of the water. Numerous kuatoas. It's kind of like all heads partially peeking out, wondering. And you could see a few that like a cascade of like realization as like one gestures to another, and they all start kind of turning towards where you all are, and like
I
looking
stand
in
under
your
my breath.
direction.
I say under my breath, if we get into a fight, I am so ill prepared. And you see Clover is just battered like no tomorrow.
How bad are, like, do they look like they're low on HP? I guess.
I just look unbelievably exhausted. I have some minor cuts all over the body, but I'm very exhausted, and just even us walking through here, I'm like getting weary-eyed.
Okay. Emilio is going to put a hand on Clover's head and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
One Clover sprouts.
So pop.
Okay. So you heal for 7, and then as you're doing that, there's something missing in this area. There was remember this large cavern with this lake? It was humid, you know? It was consistently humid here. It's not. It's a lot less. I mean, it was humid and hot, like almost a steam room before, but it's cooler already. The waterfall, you can feel the cool, like water from the waterfall hitting your face. And it doesn't feel hard to breathe. It's not warm or gross or anything.
Maybe there was a device in the building or the ruins that was dumping excess energy or something into the cavern?
Maybe it was the core.
Yeah, if the core was hot, maybe it was, I don't know, heating up the water, or even maybe dumping the water out.
It's a lot smarter than what I was going to say. I thought it was the roots. Thank you, Dylan.
But yeah, what are you all doing? The Kuto seem cautious. They're not approaching you. Even like the big crab thing you saw, none of that is approaching you. They are looking in your direction though.
I'm thinking we confidently walk along the side and pretend like we're just gonna smash them if they come at us, because oh god, we will get killed.
Emilio's not even listening to Tinkle. Emilio's just like keeping an eye, like staring them down, kind of like if you move, we will attack type of deal.
You're fronting, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Bloodbeard's totally like puffing the chest.
Yeah. All of you are fronting. Give me an intimidation check, both of you. I just want to.
Could I mayhaps get advantage from
Sure. Which I'll say.
If
how
you're
about
cool with that, Adrian?
Oh yeah. No, sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Emilio gets the advantage.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Emilio gets the advantage? What?
Have a backpack of scaring fish people.
I'm gonna do it this way just because I think it's a little funnier. I'll add a little modifier for you. What's your modifier that you get as Bloodbeard?
+2 to intimidation.
Oh,
Me?
yeah, he's got
+9.
+2.
+9. Okay, you get +9. So, Emilio, can you give me another intimidation roll? I just want to see. I know the Bloodbeard's modifier.
He almost died, and he experienced like a lot of emotions in that lab. I'm sure he's just like crying.
You go to front. You go to kind of like puff out your chest with the like flex your muscles, but it hurts, and you're like, oh god damn it. But then Bloodbeard's kind of like there to pick up slack in a way.
Talk to me or my son ever again.
And yeah, there's still you see actually a few of them kind of make some kind of gurgling noise, partially like in the water, and they're like they do one of these like they like flip their arms back and forth, not in a way to gesture you, but like just kind of waving.
Emilio's gonna
I
do it.
copy.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then when you do that, Emilio, more and more than kind of raise their arms, they start like, and give me one of you, anyone, whoever rolls first, can give me an insight check.
I'm
Doing a
not rolling.
performance.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, Emilio
nice.
and Clover roll. Oh, the performance for the Clover. Okay. So Emilio, there's like a bit of celebratory feeling towards all of them right now. Like it seems like something's gone well. Like they're celebrating. They're not attacking you. They're more curious if you had anything to do with what might have happened.
Oh, then his air immediately is gonna change from like fronting to just like another like friendly.
Like the wave.
Like he's gonna wave back. He's gonna do like little fist pumps, maybe a thumbs up. He doesn't know what they know.
Yeah, a few of them like mimic along and try to like do the thumbs up or like the fist pump, but obviously there's a difference in culture and they're just more mimicking you at this point.
Zuber, what the fuck is going on?
I'm
Do you notice it's cold in here?
It is quite a little bit nipply, I'm not gonna lie, and Bloodbeard's gonna like tuck his shirt back in.
A little bit. Oh, nosebleed.
As you are all kind of now probably walking your way around that narrow ridge along the lake, you all get to the place where the root kind of broke through the wall and into the water. And in this area, the roots have receded, and heavily. If anything, some of them are completely wilted and smaller. You're not sure if these will be able to continue to grow from what you can tell, but they are smaller, so they're just they're easy to just basically step across now at this point.
I think we'll walk slowly and hang back to make sure Zubrik doesn't actually step on one.
Okay.
Do you guys think that there's still... Bloodbeard does the motion.
The cats?
No, like, dangerous.
Oh.
I mean,
Well,
they're magical life-eating roots, so like if you bleed on it, it'll probably wake up and try to kill you.
I would not test this theory.
just
Yeah.
don't try to touch them. I don't think they'll harm you though. I think they're leaving.
It is most
If,
likely that the flux root, after taking immense cryogenic damage, has receded in an attempt to heal itself.
Can we burn the roots? Can we make them so they can't heal back?
A
No.
little aggressive.
Well, these things are also kind of killing people around here, so...
That's
Didn't
just
they
how they
like
live.
fire?
Remember, it wasn't actual fire that exploded behind you all. It was like these kind of magical fire. Not only that, I'm going to point out one thing. Normally I don't want to do like history knowledge things for you for free, but I want to say, because this was like a very small thing, when base Prime was saying things were going off, there was something about cryogenic pods in the fluxer chamber that were meant to go off also.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Well, if we did somehow take care of it, that might make us heroes or something, but it sounds crazy dangerous. Because it retreated, and it's not like dead or something. It's still going to be flipping around and attacking us, and I have nothing that would kill it.
Yeah, well, maybe we can at least... Well, we have to go back to the village because we gotta take Bedman there anyways. We can at least pop in and tell them, hey, these things might look like they're dead and gone, but they look like they're gonna come back.
Be bad.
Okay. So you all, at this point, I would say you probably easily get to the entrance of the Twisting Halls, and where you remember fighting the crystal, the flail snails, and
Mhm.
where some of you have found those weird floaty balloon-like things, and found the circlet.
You think we should bring these shells back to the village?
Oh yeah, I'm taking one. Yep, that's mine.
Okay. How are you going to bring it?
Tingle's going to reach over and look at his arms for a second, and then he's going to try and pick it up.
Okay. So, first of all, I think somebody subscribed, so thank you.
Woo!
Robert, so Tingle, you reach out, grab the shell, and it's massive. It's a large shell. It's bigger than you.
Oh, okay.
Remember, these were large creatures, and they look like
Oh, alrighty.
they look like stalagmites. You know.
Oh, I thought they were like the size of a person.
No,
Sorry.
no. These were large ass creatures that look
Okay.
in the size of massive stalagmites as for their shells. When underneath it they had the nice kind of pearlescent coating.
Oh, okay.
Well, I probably can't lift this, but I might be able to drive it.
That's huge.
I'm just saying, I think this thing supercharged my armor a little bit.
And Tingle's going to tap his belt.
Okay. Wait.
And try to the troll hide belt.
Okay. You have attuned to this thing already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You attune to it, and you have a strength of 18 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe there are a few things that you gain, stat wise and ability wise, but you're much stronger. It should be easy to move and all that. So go ahead.
Okay.
No, I definitely noticed. That's fucking awesome. Thank you for all the gifted subs, by the way.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. It's still like the alerts are still like coming in one by one.
I'm sure. I just knew you were in the zone.
Yeah. Sometimes I can't pause. Normally we could do this thing on the break, but yeah, that's awesome. That's like the biggest any support that we've seen in a very long time.
Woo!
Yeah.
And it looks like Curse Pepper was somebody who followed you back in the day too.
Oh, really?
And I was testing out my mod powers. They have sent 242 messengers in the channel.
Huh.
They've
Oh,
called from 2018 and
Oh,
stuff.
yes.
2017.
Yeah. I do remember. Oh my god, that was forever ago. Well, that's
We're
awesome.
a D&D channel now.
Yeah, I have my own personal channel, but I changed the original one to this one. But yeah, let's go ahead. Sorry, let's get back to the games. Thank you so much for the support. Papers, Please. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, Papers, Please was such an awesome game. But sorry, we don't want to get distracted. Let's tell a story, everyone. Go ahead, Robert. You feel stronger with the attuned to this troll hide belt. What are you doing?
Oh, I probably can't pick this thing up, but I think I could manage to drag it.
Okay, you want to try to drag the entire thing.
Yep.
Okay. So that's fine. Is anyone trying to help or do anything? You all see Tingle go over there in his mechano armor, and normally he's weak, he's a weak guy, but then you see him kind of pull on a bit of it, and you see it kind of budge and start to pull.
Tingle. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Well, I really wanted this shell, and I'm pretty sure that this belt right here is supercharging my armor and not going to make any of the servos explode. So, I was trying to take the shell.
Let me help.
Okay.
I conjure 2 dogs.
Okay. Okay, you conjured two
Okay.
dogs, and are you helping physically yourself?
No.
Okay, interesting. Got it. So, Tingle, over the course of the time that you guys are going to take to get back to the small hamlet of Zarath, I need to know if I need to see if it's even possible for you to pull this thing. So give me an
Okay.
athletics check with advantage.
Alrighty. Here we go. Oh,
Guidance. Ha
Yes, don't forget your own guidance.
He's not very helpful to
Hey,
himself.
one
You've
is
seen his history.
that's fine. One is something. Roll your athletics check.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
21. That okay. If it was below 20, it wasn't gonna happen. So with the help of the dogs and everything, you're gonna drag it. I'm gonna say you will gain a point of exhaustion in doing so by the time you get to Zarath.
Mhm.
But along the way, if you all want to role play or anything, let me know right now. Otherwise, we're gonna just kind of move over onto Zarath as it is.
Amelia's actually gonna catch up with Bloodbeard.
Okay. So
Uh,
while walking along the twisting path, you all hear the of
Not that hard to catch up to him. He's kind of limping
Push
compared to
harder,
everyone else.
doggies.
There's so much going on around him at the same time.
yeah, it's a lot going on.
Hey, Amos.
Yeah, what's up?
Thanks for what you did back there. Out of everyone in the group, I think I would have expected you to be the least likely one to, save my life like that. I don't count Tingle in this, by the way.
Well, if you're just kind of like turns and looks at you and like has like his head cocked, kind of like a dog, is like, what do you mean?
I mean, if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be under a bunch of rubble from a big manor right now.
Oh no, I understand that. I don't know why you didn't turn into a bird or something, but like,
Oh, I
adrenaline,
can't
get
do that. I can't fly yet. I can swim,
Oh.
but that wasn't really helpful in the moment.
Well, I mean, if you had turned into a fish, I could probably have thrown you a lot farther. But anyway, it's good to know. Can fly. No, I understand you would have been crushed to death by the rubble, which is why I threw you. I don't know why you didn't. Why would you not expect me to have saved your life?
'Cause you hate me.
Like, you see, like, the gears are going in Bloodbeard's head. I mean, I think I distinctly, it might have been the booze, but I distinctly remember the fact that my crew might still be alive, and me holding you accountable to help find them. So if I let you die, that doesn't help me.
I'd be happy to help you find them. I know that, you don't trust my readings that much, but it's not the card's fault. I'm just not. It's been a really long time since I started reading cards, and there's a big gap in between them.
Well, every person says, like, Orange says, it's okay, Emilio. I get performance anxiety sometimes too.
It's not performance
natural.
anxiety.
It happens. It happens to every guy our age. It's
I know.
totally
It's
normal.
not performance anxiety.
Oh, Doc! If Doc's still alive, he'll tell you the same. He's got a little something that might help you in that area.
No, Bloodbeard, and he kind of quiets down so at least the others don't hear. Like, I had a 20-year gap in between being able to read cards. I'm rusty at it. Okay, I'm working on it.
I think Bloodbeard stops and he still has his one arm on him. He's just like with the other hand, he's trying to do basic arithmetic and not just failing. He's like, how old are you again?
I'm 56. I'm a drow, Bloodbeard.
Yeah, okay, I understand that. So for almost half your life, you weren't able. You weren't able to read for half of your life. And
Okay.
when do drow I assume that has something It's not counting when you were like a baby and you couldn't read.
Well,
Oh.
no, I wasn't a baby when I stopped reading cards, but
Well, that'd be kind
I-
of weird if you came out of the womb being able to read cards.
I didn't get a lot of training before this, okay? And I'm still figuring it out, and it's not my deck of cards, so it's not really on the same frequency as my own deck of cards would be. These are my mother's cards on her frequency, okay?
I'm going to be honest. I don't really know what that word means or how it relates to anything, but I'm going to.
The same.
with
We're
smile.
not like this. Not on the same page. Eye to eye.
Page. You're not eye to eye. Okay. R to R. No. But I wouldn't that? I mean, it's like a lineage thing. Like, wouldn't that make you more? Unless.
Well, not really. I mean, a deck of
performance
cards is.
anxiety not living up to
No,
my
it's not.
expectations. Okay, good. All right,
No.
you got me. I'm back on the page.
My God, why do I even try to talk to you? No, it's just decks of cards are meant for specific people. I don't have my own deck, so I don't know how to read them super well. They're just. I know how to read them, but I'm rusty, and then on top of it, these cards are just, they speak in riddles, basically, and I have to interpret them, and it's just, they're not the same kind of riddles that I would think of. That's why I need my own deck of cards, but I'm using these for now, and I'm going to use them until I can give them back to my mother, and then I can get my own deck, and I would go through a whole big thing, and I go back to our ancestral land, and I can get my own deck of cards, and it'll be a whole... Why am I telling you all this? What?
Just like I really, like he's like.
Near-death experiences really fuck you up, man.
Ah, been there, done that. So wait, you just never had your own deck? You lost it?
No, it's something you gotta get when you're older, and I didn't get a chance to get it, so I'm just using my mother's for now. But she lent them to me, so it's just not. It's just hard to read, okay? That's why I gave you such a shitty reading last time, okay? But it's fine. I'm getting better at it. It still depends on whether the cards want to give me a really clear reading or not. But maybe they'll give me a really clear reading on where your crew is. So I'd be happy to help.
So you're saying, if your mother had done the reading, nothing better.
Well, she would have. No, she would have told you exactly what the cards meant to tell you. I just kind of had to interpret it, and I did a really bad job at it.
Just hearing you admit that, honestly, just puts a little bit of a smile on my face. Maybe when I my dreams haven't been all terrible ever since Tortuga told me that they might still be alive. But if ever the old chorus of drowned souls are reaching out to me in the middle of the night, I can focus on this moment and have it be my mantra. Thank you, Emilio. I didn't save you just so you could do this, but this is just the icing on the cake of my day.
Well, let's just start over, okay? We'll put the bad reading and you messing up every one of my business deals after that behind us, okay?
Ah, the old Bloodbeard Seekers. Yeah, sure.
Alright, Emilio's gonna hold out his hand for Bloodbeard.
Bloodbeard will grasp it firmly. Not that firmly because his strength score isn't as high as you'd expect it to be, but
A firm
I'm
handshake.
like, grasp it!
he's proficient in athletics checks. It's a bit of a crapshoot.
All right. So, with all that aside, it takes a while. And it seems like a lot of the noise you're making in the twisting caverns are keeping a lot of the bigger centipedes away. You eventually get closer and closer, and I'm not going to make you find a roll to deal with encounters right now, because you've already been through here before. You know the way out, you know the way in. When you get to the point where you see the large trap set out to catch these centipedes. A few of them now definitely have them in line, and not too far away you hear some voices that go quiet and then light footsteps that kind of skitter and run off. Eventually, moving forward and knowing what you're looking for, you all get to this innocuous blank stone wall, a smooth wall in this jagged cavern. And just like before, you run your just like how Bedman has shown you, and what Bedman does, the same thing again. He runs his hand across and then it kind of sinks in and he disappears through the illusion. You all follow suit. I will have to say, the shell won't fit through this kind of narrow opening, so you will have to leave it out here, Tingle. So unless you have a way to break it apart right now, or
No,
well, I know, yeah.
He's gonna what? Gosh, I'm trying to remember what. I think it's magical tinkering. If that'll work. Let's see. Tiny. So never mind. So he's gonna use prestidigitation to make a small just sign saying "property of Tingle" on the side of the shell.
All right. A little message carved, gets written on the side of the shell, basically denoting your property, and you all head through. As you do, Clover, you will notice that your bag isn't there anymore. You left it at the entrance, not there. When you make your way through, again, there's a bit of commotion on the other side, and you could see Bedman going like, it's fine, it's fine. They helped me. They actually, they came and got me back. I'm sorry. And then you hear the familiar voice of Yankin. Where the hell have you been? And start yelling at Bedman about what he's basically made him and Mama Utley and all them go through. Then he notices you all. And he goes, thought I told you not to come back. His small stature looking up at the rest of you.
Well,
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
We need to bring Bedman back.
Okay, see ya.
Tingle will turn around and go stand by his shell.
All right. So you turn back. Tingle, you head out.
Mm-hmm.
You see Yankin go, well, thank you for bringing Bedman back. And he kind of like glares over at Bedman. But then he goes, but what you've done, I won't forgive it. You have my gratitude for bringing back Bedman, but that's as far as it goes.
If it sweetens the pot at all, we probably took care of the root problem.
You mean them gray roots out there?
Yeah.
You took care of
It's pretty trippy.
like you removed them all.
No, we're not really sure what we did.
They could potentially come back, but I don't think they will, at least that strong.
Yeah, they're kind of shriveling up, but they might be healing, so still watch out, but maybe there's something you could do about it now.
It is most likely in hibernation.
And when Base speaks up, few of the diggers that you've come to know as the guards, and they all kind of like, some of them pull out their pickaxes. Yankin kind of recoils, looks at the weird contraption that's following you around with these 5 spindly legs. It's like, the hell is that?
He's our new guildmate. Base 6. But he's number 1 in my book. Ah!
Negative. I am base number 6.
It's it's a play on words. Okay, we'll go over this later. But
All right. Yankin's like, and it won't be like harmful or anything.
Helpful.
Very helpful. I actually haven't seen him hurt anything at all. Basics, do you even know how to fight?
Yes.
Well, he doesn't lie, so I trust it. But I haven't seen him do anything yet. So.
All right. Yankin's like, so you all said something about making your way through the mountain pass, right?
Yeah, Barteris Bay.
I have no idea where Barteris Bay is. But if anything, you can rest here for a day or two. But that's it. A day or two. Kagoon would probably have my head if I didn't offer you that much for bringing Bedman back again. And he...
Can I ask for something?
You see, like, as he was turning around, when you say that, you see him go, What?
Well, I left my bag here. I don't know if it's around. If you have that around, I'd like that.
Kagoon has it.
Okay,
Bother
thank
her
you.
about it.
And, can you tell Mama that we're sorry?
When you say that, he again halts and goes, "We're attacking her." And he hasn't turned around, he just says it out loud. There are other diggers that kind of pause at that.
I turned to Tingle and I was like, yep.
Tingle's already like gone through the illusion on the other side.
Well, actually, I apologize for everything, you know. The whole lying situation, too.
Give me a persuasion check, Clover. I want to see how genuine it feels. Okay.
I'll use my inspiration for that.
Okay.
I like to get at least above 10.
Nice.
Okay.
Above
All right.
10.
You see that he takes a moment. He hasn't turned around yet. And then he starts walking away. Like, there's a moment he pauses. He doesn't say anything, but he just walks away. You could see some of the diggers kind of help you into the town, and as you enter, you see this magnificent little hamlet still. The sky or the ceiling above it are these lightly glowing purplish geoid that mimic a foreign sky. Bedman is being basically dragged along with Yankin back to the house. One thing is, you are all not going to be staying at the Uvit's house, Mama Uli's house. Instead, you're staying with another digger that was appointed by Yankin. Similar layout, kind of underground little underground homes that rest underneath this domed-like exterior. When you all enter, a lot of you have to kind of hunch your heads, and there isn't really a celebration like last time, but you all will get to take a rest here if you like.
Oh, well, a day off my legs is definitely a day I could use.
I agree with that.
Sorry, continue.
That's all
Does
I
anyone
got.
else find this day crazy? This whole laboratory?
Laboratory.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long day. It's felt like weeks we've been down here, and how long have we actually been down in the mountain?
4 days?
I
It's been like 6 hours.
I can't remember.
Feels like months.
You all are, by the way, you all are staying with Bruzdi and Fratu. They are
Brewski, nice.
Brusdi and Fratu are one's a digger and the other one is a snail farmer. And they have accepted you in behest of Yankin. And there are a few diggers that are kind of on watch outside the house, though. So
I would say about 40 minutes after the party didn't
out.
walk back out the entrance, Tingle would have been like,
Well, they're either eating or not leaving. So, okay, here we go.
and walk back in,
Yeah, they're gone.
try and find him.
They're gone. Like there are a few diggers
Okay,
that like see you and go.
Options.
There are a few diggers approaching you, like 2 or 3 of them at this point.
Hey, have you guys seen or maybe eaten anything interesting lately?
With what they've heard recently with Clover and okay, I need to. Okay, I got it. You're the one, eh? You're the one.
Okay.
Tingle's gonna start shuffling backwards and walking back out the exit.
As one of them like puts a hand on its pickaxe, you start walking back towards out the exit. When you start walking, you actually see a familiar face. Kegun, do you want me to describe these characters again? Or no?
Your choice, man. It's your world, your game, your show.
Yes. Please. What? Okay, nothing. She comes kind of jogging back, and she's like, "Are you leaving? Are you leaving? They said that you came back."
You know, just not wanting to get a pickaxe in the back of the head. So, you know, just skedaddling.
Some of the diggers kind of grumble. After a bit of conversation between Kegun and some of the guards, she seems to ask where they've taken you all, and she then leads you to their house, to the home that they're staying.
Oh, you're still alive!
Zubrik. Tingle would hug Zubrik.
Clover, you would notice that Kegun has brought your backpack.
Thank you for holding on to it.
Yeah, no problem. And thank you for bringing Edmund back.
It's the least I could do.
Yeah. So she looks at the rest of you and then kind of looks at you, Clover, and then pulls you aside. Actually, if everyone doesn't mind deafening themselves for just a moment, unless anyone wants to snoop, try to snoop. If you want to try to snoop or listen in, let me know.
Tingle actually would try.
Okay.
He's a creepy gnome village, and that's setting off alarm bells no matter what anyone or anything is doing.
Okay, unless somebody wants to snoop, you know, I need to know. So give me a stealth. Give me a stealth check. See how kind of sneaky you're being with all this.
Stealth check, and he is in heavy armor, so stealth check has disadvantage. There we go.
Okay. You kind of like seem interested, Kegun goes, I would personally like it if I get to talk to your friend alone, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, sure thing. You know, I'll just be over here watching doors and making sure windows aren't being opened. Okay, bye.
I don't know what these doors are. By the way, there's no doors here.
I'll be watching door frames.
The walkway.
Let me see. Well,
okay, so deafening.
All right. So, Ian, if you don't mind deafening for this bit, real quick, unless you're trying to snoop and listen in. Okay, cool.
No, not at all.
Got it. Clover, she pulls you over to the small room, and she actually asked. You could see the homeowners are there, and actually asked politely if there's a private place for you to talk, which leads you down a few more rooms. When you guys get down there, she goes, so, Yankin told me about, that you all have admitted to attacking Mama Uli. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't. I don't even know what to say.
Would you mind telling me who it was specifically?
I don't think I have the right, not headspace, the right to do so.
This would go a long way in righting the wrong, in a way, I would say, that you have caused us.
As much as I hate that person, I don't know if I can just rattle them out like that.
Go ahead.
Will harm be?
No. This is a little personal thing I managed to pick up. And it's a protective matter on my end for Mama Uli. Not unless they decide, whoever your friend is, they decide to be foolish. No harm will come to them.
It's the other short one in the group.
Thank you. You see, there. You could give me an insight check real quick, but
Insight. I can't find it. There it is.
Okay.
17.
There's a. You see, there's a bit of. Like, I knew it all along, kind of like a bit of air that comes out of her. Then she's like, thank you.
It means anything. I don't think it was. I wouldn't say on purpose, it definitely was, but he was raised in a horrible condition, and I believe there's good in him. I truly do.
There's good and bad in all of us. And what I will be doing today, some might see as bad, but I see as good. I'm sure you might think more neutral of me, more bad of me for doing such a thing. But I'm doing this to protect Mama Uli. I'm just going to make sure he cannot approach her or be in the same room as her. And as she walks you back out, I need, hello everyone, come back.
Well, hello there.
Come back. Can somebody get Ian? Just message him on Discord or something.
One of the fish people.
Yeah, they're doing this is what they were doing over there.
I like to imagine they're
All
trying
right,
to
I need
copy
to message
Emilio,
you.
and then I'm copying them. So it's just like this weird game of telephone, but it's all gestures.
All right, cool. All right, so you all would see Clover return with Kegun after a pretty short talk. She avoids the rest of you and approaches directly to Tingle, and then just says, you shall never lay your eyes upon Mama Uli again. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty, is this against magic?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Wisdom. I got no pluses. Oh.
Okay. You succeed. You see that she pauses for a moment. Do I make myself clear?
Yep. You and the entire town of people that definitely would probably kill me in a dark alley and maybe eat me later? Yep, totally.
No need to kill you in a dark alley. If you ever
Oh, yeah,
do
that's
lay
true.
your eyes upon her, we will make it publicly known that you have affronted us.
Understood. Oh god. It's just like back home.
She gives you all a warm smile, and then walks out. So yeah, you are back in Zarath, but with definitely a different air around the townsfolk now.
Are we still glowing?
Among looking at each of you, yeah, you all seem to be glowing.
Okay.
Well, that was pretty intense. Hey Tingle, if you're the one thing you could lay an eye on is on these auras. I mean, it's not like we've got anything else to do. And I'm at this point, I'm too terrified to go out because who knows? I might do something stupid and piss him off too.
Oh yeah. Now that like they seem pretty restrained as far as murder goes, but I'm pretty sure they will murder us if we mess with them. So yeah. Anyways, let's look at that.
It's been a
aura.
while since I've watched a gnome get like disemboweled and torn limb from limb, but that's something that sticks with you. I don't really want to experience that again anytime soon.
Yeah, no, it's been a few years for me too. Anyways, let's look at those auras.
Okay, so what are you doing to try to detect these weird auras that you all see upon you, but you can't see, others can't see upon you?
Well, Tingle's gonna pull out a little mechanical spider that's gonna lift a monocle up to his eye, and he's going to start trying to tune it and use detect magic. Ritual cast.
Okay, you ritual cast detect magic. It is...
Or actually, wait, not detect magic. Sorry, identify. My bad.
Identify. Interesting. Would this even identify?
If you touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Spells. That's the key word.
Hey, if it's a magic thing, that even if it's a homebrew magic thing, if it was
it's not
casted onto somebody with magic,
it's not a spell.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So, good news and bad news. Good news is it's not some kind of spell affecting us. Bad news is it's making us glow, and it's not a spell, so it might be like some kind of curse, or we might be that thing the guy was saying back inside the ruin, where it's like irradiated, so who knows?
It doesn't feel like a curse, though. I don't think a curse gives you that kind of feeling.
I mean, there's some stories about some cursed things. It's just...
Oh wait! I've got another idea. Now, because I did prepare it, actually, and my little guys do have this loaded into their memory banks. Detect magic!
Interesting. It would detect... let's see, and learn its school of magic. Pick an area that bears magic. That's okay. Okay, cool. It doesn't say anything about a spell, so... Alright. When you use detect magic, it's different. You see the aura, but it's not an aura about you all. It's more like a centralized, like a small little moat within each of you. It's
what am I seeing here?
Yeah, which you've never seen. Usually when you use detect magic, whatever the aura, there's an aura about an object, and then you go, that's this magic, that's this magic. You've used this spell plenty of times, you know that's how it works. But it's small and it's more centralized in each person, even though the aura you see around you is just the aura you see that no one else can. You learn the school of magic, though. Conjuration.
Well, some slightly bad news. The glow all around us isn't really coming from like our skin. It's actually got a source, and that source looks like it's pretty tiny and kind of in the center of our bodies. And it's a conjuration spell, and it may or may not, be the right size for some kind of like egg kind of thing that's gonna, conjure itself out of your chest. So, yeah, I don't know if that's what it is, but also we might really want to figure out what it is.
I would like to figure out what it is, but I still don't think it's something like that. Like,
I'm just saying,
why
if
does
there
your
was-
mind always go towards something
If
negative?
there was some creature that was gonna stick a magic egg in your chest and it was gonna pop out and you were gonna die horribly, it probably wouldn't project a magic effect that made you go, "Oh God, I have a magic egg inside my chest. I have to get this out."
Well, I think it would. Like,
No,
it would feel very
you're
much like a
fine.
foreign object.
Ain't it great having a magic egg inside your chest? Doesn't it feel wonderful? Don't you just want to leave it in there for a few weeks and see what happens?
Nah, no, you know what? I'm gonna do my own little reading about this, and we'll see which one of us is right. It's gonna be
Filled-
me.
I'm
It's
filled with
gonna
the fires
be
of
me.
hell, so any egg inside of me is just going to be deep fried.
That's a magic conjuration egg, so it's just gonna, like, conjure itself out of the fires inside you.
I mean, or I could just conjure myself up a nice fried egg.
Could you use, like, a hellish rebuke inside yourself? That'd be weird.
I don't actually know how to do that, but
I thought you were cooler, sorry.
I don't know much about conjuration magic. Isn't that what Zubrik does? Zubrik?
Are you there?
We gonna go find Bedman, or are we just gonna keep talking?
Oh my god. Did you hit your head? I'm starting to get concerned. Does he have a concussion?
I think he
No, I
just.
think you just took a little too much.
Yeah.
Took a little too much. What? Too much to the head? I think we should be looking into
Took a little too much head.
No, to the head.
To the head,
or
yeah.
too much head. All right, I'm a head out.
Stop.
Man, can you imagine you received too much head and now you're just a few days
Brain
behind.
sucked out,
Yeah,
man.
literally.
I don't know how to unsuck a dick. What do I do to help him?
Blow on it.
All right, sorry. We can move on. Continue, everyone. Oof. By the way, if y'all want to leave the home and actually explore the place a little more, all that, feel free to do so. You will have diggers accompanying you, though.
Fuck that shit. Bloodbeard is kicking it up. He is putting up his feet, taking off his boots, and he
Got
is
it.
resting.
All of you are taking.
Same here.
A lot of you are taking long rests, then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in
Do we get the new hit dice at the end of the rest or the beginning of the long rest?
no, you get it, and then you can use it right away, basically. So you never have to actually use your immediate ones. You know.
Alrighty.
So that's
Is
how.
that,
That's the homebrew rule.
The temporary reduction go
They're
away,
gone.
by the way?
If you guys have temp hit points reduction, or hit point reduction, they're gone. Maximum hit point reduction, I mean. You all have taken will be taking a long rest. I want to know if anyone's doing any more role play or talking amongst themselves during this resting time. It's weird because you guys are going to sleep, but the Snarf Dublin don't seem to be. You are brought some more comfortable, like silken things, like spider silken kind of blankets to kind of cover yourselves and get a little more comfortable. However, but other than that, you know.
Guys, as soon as Emilio can, he wants to cast Lesser Restoration on Zuber.
Okay, that's when you get after a long rest,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so
Yeah, like immediately after.
okay, then if that's the case, during this time, I need everyone to roll me a d20
Alrighty.
for reasons.
1d20.
19, 12, 10, 5, and 3. Okay. Interesting. Got it. So, at this point, when I'm guessing most of you are kind of going to sleep or dozing off for the long rest, Clover, you have a dream.
Oh.
Yes. So
It's only in Sylvan.
I don't know,
Uh,
Sylvan.
and actually Zubrik will also have a dream. The
That was
rest
Sylvan.
the rest of you, please actually, oh no. Okay. This is gonna be weird because some of you are gonna have two dreams. And one's less of a dream, one feels more like a weird connection of consciousness thing. So everyone, when you start dozing off, the one thing that will happen, it's short, and you might have to roll a d20 at the end of it to see if you remember. But you all are in this void. There's nothing. And all of you are kind of standing around in a circular fashion, all looking upon each other. There is this there's this golden line that's connecting you, all of you, and strangely base also, with this tether, a string that comes out from your chest towards the center, and it splits from the center, connecting to everyone else. You hear the words, "Thank you for freeing me," very faintly. Then you hear it utter one last thing. "I hope all of your sparks awaken one day." And then it fades. That is the short dream. I need everyone to roll me another d20 because this is
Alrighty.
different.
Oh, gee. Yeah, a 1, baby.
Clover and Amelia are gonna be the only ones that remember it. I already rolled this for
The
base
only two
6.
who don't believe it's
Yeah.
a curse.
Yep. It's kind
Oh
of
no, we're gonna sound so crazy.
yeah, it's kind of fitting that this is the case. All right. When the rest of you, please, now mute yourselves. We're gonna actually start with Zubrik first. So, and then we'll go over to you, Clover.
Adios.
So, I mean, but, Zubrik, when you fall asleep, I know you're high, but how excited are you about this new weird find, this tome you found?
He took enough for 2 people.
So
That's how excited he was.
okay. So after you found that, yeah, okay. Watch out for your tail. I'm gonna crush.
It's like when you get your paycheck and then you decide to put bacon on your sub.
Okay. So really excited. Got it. Just so mildly excited. All right. When you fall asleep, you remember writing, and it's you, but it's not you. It's like that dream before where you were looking upon the world falling apart when you turned around and muttered words that you've never spoken, or places you've never seen. You're writing something. You have these wondrous rare ingredients in front of you. Some of them you're using and mixing with your ink to write down specific scripts that you need. Others you are in other pages you're testing a few things out along the side, and it seems like it's pure magic at work, experimentation, new things that you're sure that haven't ever been done before. Sometimes it goes a little awry, and your allies around you deal with whatever happens. But in the end, over a long time, this book starts to fill. one at a time. And then one day, you wake, you're alone. This magnum opus that you've worked on, gone. There's a swell of, sorry, don't scratch at the couch. There's a swell of anger, and annoyance. You start digging through your stuff, it's not there, and it's gone, and why aren't your allies here anymore? And then you wake up. When you wake up, you would notice that your lantern is glowing probably pretty brightly. But yeah, I'm going to move on to Tristan now. I need to message Tristan because Tristan. Okay, there we go. Cool. So Tristan, Clover, when you fall asleep and you right after that dream, it escapes your mind just for a moment, and you start walking into this void, wondering what it will lead you, what wondrous new things you might experience in this unconscious state. Then your feet feels it first before your eyes even see it. A warm feeling of little sprouts beneath your feet. The rock kind of the rocks and gravel and the soil underneath your feet. And then as you look down, this tiny little glade of beauty and nature starts to expand around you to the horizons. To your left, a large tree sprouts, and with an arm that extends out with no leaves on it, but then all of a sudden vines start to grow down. And from around the corner, as the vines grow down and they kind of grow down and then tie themselves and tangle themselves together like a loop, from around the corner, let me read this right. Sorry. A young looking halfling lady with curly strawberry hair with like golden threads in that hair that reach down all the way down to her calves, kind of jumps around the corner of the tree and then sits along at the loop like a swing set of the vines. She has a sundress that seems to be made of small flowers. Wondrous and beautiful. You haven't seen anything like this before. Maybe like fairy tale-esque. You're kind of, what are you doing, by the way? Sorry.
I'm just gonna say out loud, this place is beautiful.
Do you want to play?
Oh, I'd love to. I haven't been outdoors in so long.
Come over here. Give me a push.
I go behind and start giving her a push on the swing.
Okay. She's enjoying it and you're pushing her higher and higher. And it's a wondrous fun moment, just like being back with your friends, where you came from. Then as she's going, yay, higher, she mutters, do you think you would have left without your thing? Your mark? And as she's like being pushed by you along the swing.
Sorry, come again? What?
Would you have left? Come on. Don't stop pushing.
I don't know. I never gave it that much thought.
Sorry, go.
Left one day.
1 second. Sorry, give me a second. Well, I'm glad you did.
Why do you say that?
I mean, you're experiencing so much more in life now, right? And you, as you give her another shove, she, kind of jumps off and slowly falls to the ground, and then turns around and goes, "You get on the swing now."
Okay.
And she starts to push you, and she eventually goes, "So can you guess who I am?"
Honestly, no.
Everyone gets really lucky. The ones with the mark somehow.
I don't know about that.
I mean, a lot of them seem to experience life for more than what it is, don't you think?
You can say that, but I don't know at what cost.
True. Old man Zixes doesn't think that it matters.
I can see that, but I guess I don't. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I still need to figure out what this is. Can't just say it doesn't matter if I don't know what it truly is, right?
I mean, just a game, isn't it? And as she shoves you again, and there's this kind of like, I'm guessing you have this kind of weird, ominous thought in your head, like, oh, what? Isn't it? She says again.
I guess. I really don't know what you're talking about, though.
You don't? None at all? You can't guess what all this is?
Just a game?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
No. Like it's the test. And a test
For
is like
what?
a game.
Am I being tested?
Everyone is, aren't they? That's life, isn't it? She pushes you again.
Yeah, but people go through this test differently. Some people care very much, while others just do what's convenient for them.
Yeah. And so you see it as a curse. Am I reading that right?
I don't know if I'd say curse, but affliction.
Affliction. Is that how
Oddity?
people are seeing it now? Malady. Ooh, I don't like that. Well, what would you then give if you didn't have to deal with it? She shoves you again.
I never thought. I don't know. I never thought that much through. I'd assume I'd just be living with this.
By the way, I did want to ask, when is Clover's birthday?
The moment winter turns to spring.
Okay. Okay. So the start of spring, basically.
Yes.
The first thaw. Got it.
Yeah.
So you've had this all your life. This malady. And you've never thought about it.
I thought about how it would be without it. But I never thought about how I'd get rid of it. I just assumed out there.
And what would you be without it?
I guess normal?
And when you say that, she doesn't push for this one, and it just kind of like swings back. And you want to be normal?
Yeah, I felt like I was the odd one out. You see all these Lotuston, and they're just all they're all doing something that they're purposed for, and then there's me, and I feel like I'm just sometimes of the year I'm just not with them.
Because you're worrying. You're nervous.
I do worry a lot.
For yourself.
But I wouldn't. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't worry
Yeah,
too
yeah.
hard. After all, you channel a lot of my abilities, don't you? And then she pushes you again.
Why did you give this to me?
I didn't give it.
Why do you know so much about it?
Well, because old man Zigzag's told me when I asked. She pushed again. She pushes again. And I thought maybe it'd be more fair if I put a little spin on it myself. Maybe a bit more fair for you too. And others. Shoves you once more.
I don't like how you're talking. Like, this is. What do you mean by more fair?
I mean, Zigzag wanted to just make it so people died earlier with this malady. And I guess that I didn't like. He thought that maybe people would leave, do something, be more impulsive. Which I don't think he's doing out of spite. I think he's just curious.
I jump out of the swing.
Hey. Oh, snap. Somebody DC'd. Adrian, your camera's off. Damn it. Everyone's mixed up now. 1 second. Can somebody message Adrian and let them know to turn? Can you message Adrian? Because no one else can hear. Thank you. I know this is a long dream sequence, but it's very important.
Who are you?
You can't guess?
I mean, I could, but I don't like. I wouldn't like to be wrong. It's rude.
Not rude. And I think you know who I am. How about this? We make this a game.
Okay.
If you could guess right, if you guess right, you can be my chosen. Make it simple.
You know what? Sure. I don't know what that entails, but you know Zigzag's, you know Liara. Are you some type of like?
I know Zigzag's. Yes, I do.
Like some type of like angel?
You think I'm an angel? You're so
Sure.
You're so sweet. No, little one. No. I guess this will have to wait for another day. But just know that I am very interested. And don't worry. Even though Zigzies might want to test a few, I have found you. Oh, wait, sorry, I have to word this correctly. You and the others, I'll try to protect. Kind of like pushes you on the forehead. I, Liara, will always watch over. She shoves you, like pushing you by the forehead, and you fall backwards through the this field that you were just standing in. Flowers kind of falling with you, and then jolt awake. Everyone, please come back. Please come back. Please, everyone, come back. I'm gonna say, come back, people. Hello, wave. Hola. Yes, everyone back.
Everybody dance.
Yeah, sorry, that was a long dream sequence.
All good.
It was
My
kind of-
camera cut out
I-
because it was so long.
I
It
know.
moved me to AFK.
I know. Either way, we're back. You all wake up the next day, or what you think is the next day. What are you all doing?
Well, I got a
Beard.
date with a shell.
I miss the sun.
Oh, God, same. I can't stand it down here anymore. Can we please leave? Super, get over here. And he is already prepared lesser restoration.
All right, so you're casting Lesser Restoration.
Yeah, on Super. He just wants to get rid of whatever is making him so loopy.
Okay. So you cast Lesser Restoration on Zubrik, and the glasses come back on. That's the symbol, isn't it?
That's how you can tell I'm intelligent.
Yeah.
The plastic and glass in front of my eyes.
But let me do that. I want to look a little more intelligent too. But continue, everyone.
Bloodbeard is going to spend today resting, relaxing, and working on tending to his injuries.
Got it. If you all want to spend a day just here, at Zerath still, let me know. Because
Yep.
you are allowed to. Okay, so you can spend another day in this small hamlet of Zerath. If there's anything special you want to do or talk amongst yourselves or roleplay, now is the time to do it.
Zubrik, I've got an amazing idea for that shell, if it'll work. But might be interesting if you're wanting to see.
I have plenty of time now that the buzz is gone.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's
I
fine.
mean, it wasn't maybe the best time. You know, the whole place kind of exploded.
I got excited. It feels like I walked through a fire pit.
Well, sort of. It kind of more exploded right in front of you. You actually did, like, an amazing job at dodging it. Like, I don't know what you did, but you just, like, almost backflipped or something, because, wow.
I was gonna ask, my whole back is like tweaked out, so I'm not too sure I had that many muscles back there.
Yeah, I don't know, but you did amazing.
Let's go look at that shell.
Alrighty.
Okay. When both of you go out to inspect this shell, you all approach it, and some of the diggers are already kind of poking at it, prodding at it.
Get away from that shell!
This is just here.
Yeah, and it has my name on it.
So? That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're the one that attacked the Uvaid, aren't you?
You got it, Jerry.
Hey, you know I have a name.
No, doesn't matter.
All right. Well, what the fuck is this thing? Why'd you bring it down
It's a
here?
giant shell and it's mine. Scooch.
You heard the little man skedaddle.
Give me an intimidation check from I'll say Tingle.
Oh,
With
right. This is
advantage.
gonna be bad.
With advantage,
this
because
is gonna
Zubrick
still be bad.
was helping.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez, it wasn't.
yeah. You see, they kind of like, what the? Well, don't do anything stupid or funny here, all right? We're watching you.
Do we look stupid or funny to you? Huh?
Yeah, a little. But then they kind of scamper off.
I didn't have a comeback for that one, thank God.
I know. Well, anyways, so I saw the shell down there, and I was like, I don't know if you remember it, but it looks like it's actually made of gem, and I had a really cool idea, but it's gonna need to use either a gem or some other kind of crystal as a focus. And this thing is a lot bigger than originally I thought I'd be finding, because I was just thinking like, hey, a big chunk of jade, or maybe a small diamond, or something like that. But technically, if this thing is a gem, it might have the right arcanic frequencies to work with this idea.
Are you planning to use this as a spell resource?
Yes, sort of. It actually won't be consumed, I don't think. I mean, I'll have to cover it in markings and a little bits of other attunement items, but it won't actually be destroyed. Like,
As long as you don't consume
base
it.
there. Yeah, the base will still actually be there, and I mean, if this works right, technically it should even survive if the construct it has form around it breaks. But I haven't tried it before, so who knows?
Well, I'd like to use some of it to craft an item at some point, so sure, how are we gonna do this?
Okay, so you stand right there, and then if you want, just hold stuff for me while I do this, and I can maybe bounce a few ideas off your head.
I'll conjure a table.
Perfect.
And Tingle would like to start using what's it called? Infusing an item to make a homunculus servant. So I just posted 2 small books for you.
Yes, yeah. General crystal worth 100 GP. Create special homunculus that serves you. The item serves the creature's heart. Interesting. All right. There are gems on here, but the shell, you're trying to use the shell itself, right?
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole
I
thing.
don't know if I can take it apart or not.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, interesting. So
I also didn't realize it was large when I came up with this idea.
with how big the shell was, you mean?
Yeah, I thought it was just
Oh.
the size of a dog-sized snail or
No,
something.
no. It's a large fucking snail.
But yeah, so he's trying to do it because technically it doesn't list a size requirement. on
No,
the
that's
gem.
fine. Worth at least. And my thought is, will the whole thing disappear? Or will
Well,
it not?
technically it doesn't.
Oh, it just becomes the heart of the thing.
Uh-huh.
But
And
that means
the
it
heart
would have-
actually comes back when the creature is killed.
Interesting. That might make things a little more interesting. All right, cool. Then I'm gonna change it a little. When you cast a spell, there's something that I'm adding. Okay. You've seen this isn't one of the things that you've seen through the vision you've had with Zubrick in the past. This is something that you've there was something that you've seen in your older past, but it can still serve you, if you do it right and you've studied it. You just never had the resources for it because 100 gold,
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So with this in front of you, you start making the markings. Normally, if it's a gem, it's set at the center, but you're like, this should work. You set the markings and the incantation circle onto the shell itself, you know, not really engraving it, but just kind of marking it with simple chalks and stuff that you might have. And that's why it's definitely different. It's more magical than Mechano.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you start casting the homunculus servant. You see all of a sudden the small chunk that the inscription about this much takes up of the shell literally tear itself apart from the shell itself and form into this tiny little bead about yay big, like a marble, and it looks pearlescent, purplish pearlescent, and it looks beautiful. Then all of a sudden it starts to, bit of flesh starts to coat it and spins, and it's still very tiny. Then it gets a harder casing of sorts on the outside. Then it's this circle part that you see still visible that's spinning around, all of a sudden turns white. Then as it spins, you see an eye come out of it, like a singular eye appear, and then it falls to the ground, and it's this tiny little tooth, and it has these it has this kind of fleshy body, but its head where the eye is part of that tooth. I'm gonna post this in D&D General real quick, so
Alrighty.
Særald, I mean, so you may look at it. That's what it looks like.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's this tiny little gross looking creature of flesh and keratin, I guess is the right thing for teeth, right?
Well, I think I might have mixed up something here, because I thought there was going to be a little bit more metal, but apparently that was actually an equation for flesh. But it exists, so I guess it didn't implode. So yay.
You
couldn't have gone for like a beetle or something.
Well, it didn't really have like an actual set form. I was just trying to go for general,
and this thing's
small abasement commands.
This thing's
has
tiny.
Internal.
Like the teeth itself is the size of a teeth.
Oh, okay.
Can you put you? Is that like an Eleanor to you?
You can see it
sort of like I
looking
should
up,
have been commands.
and it kind of like puts its arms up like this.
Hey you! Walk in a circle.
It walks in a circle, and then it looks up at you with its one big eye.
Okay, well at least it can do simple stuff.
Wow,
I didn't actually think this would work. Oh god, I did.
This is technically your son. Good on you. I knew one of us would have a child one day. Magic would be involved.
Oh no. Well, kid, I guess I'll have to teach you all the stuff. But no, it's not really my son, Zubrik, but it's sort of.
Did you name it? Jingle?
I'm actually kind of partial to Jared.
Tell Jerry to hop on Eleonora. She'll take him for a ride.
Okay, Jerry, hop on.
By the way, a regular homunculus, you can't talk to it telepathically, right? Or can you?
Nope. Yeah, I don't believe so.
I don't think a regular homunculus can. They're pretty just like normal little creatures. Yeah,
they're not familiars. They're more limited.
Okay. So when you're talking, and about that, you kind of go to like reach down to pick it up, and you're about to give it a name or whatever, but as you open your mouth, it leaps into your mouth. You're like, you feel it kind of moving around, and you're like, what the fuck is it doing? You go to spit it out, but then when you spit something out, it's just a tooth. It doesn't have the flesh attached to it like you would have expected. The eye's not there.
Jerry? What was that?
When you say that and you kind of turn around, Zubrik, when you look closely, There's on one of his bottom teeth, there's an eye, a tiny little eye that's like looking around.
It looks like it's attempting to rearrange your insides.
It literally has replaced one of his teeth with itself.
Oh. Wow, I did not feel much pain. I
Yeah.
expected more pain to losing a tooth.
Yeah, you did not
Like
feel
father, like
anything.
son.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I guess that was weird, but, yay, it worked!
You hear before you all hear anything, there's a sharp note of pain in your mouth, Zubrick. Not Zubrick, Tingle. You take 1 point of necrotic damage.
Oof!
But you know instinctively right now that there's danger nearby.
His...
As you hear like a...
I don't know how that would get into my brain like that. Anyway, Zubrit, there might be a problem. We should run.
You all of a sudden hear like some hissing sound, like shh. So what are you all doing? What are you two
Wait a
doing?
minute. Hey, Zubrit, do you think those snails are going to try and eat the shell? They eat calcium, right?
I mean, my magic
not
bounced
snails,
off
those
that shell.
centipedes.
Yeah, let's go inside.
Okay.
No, I'm saying, are those centipedes going to try and eat our really expensive magic shell?
I don't think they can.
Are you staying around right now? Because as you're talking,
Does it sound like lots of centipedes?
quite a bit. You all
Okay, never
have,
mind. Nope.
yeah. Like as you wait around and start talking, like, is it worth it? And then you hear more and more skittering, and you're like, "Fuck."
Nope.
Yep. So you both run into the illusion, leaving the shell behind, hoping that they won't eat it. So,
I'll just leave Eleonora on the top of the shell.
okay, little beetle. Okay. Let me just roll a few things on the side here. If you're looking through Eleonora's eyes, you would see that there would be like 6 of these things that appear. And they're curious at what all the sounds was. But let's see. Yeah, anyone else? Or are you guys continuing what you're doing?
I think I'm gonna show Tingle the book.
Okay.
Now that we're like inside.
Okay.
I found this in the I was told it was a laboratory.
You managed to save something?
Yeah, I think I put it in my bag. It's a large tome.
Oh, that's incredible. What's it about? What's it say?
It's the Tome of Elemental Fusion. I haven't really read into it. We can look at it. There's pictures. It'll be fun.
Oh
Like
yeah.
old times.
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, now that I think about it, it probably would have been a good thing to read before I tried to do that tooth thing, because, you know, stone or metal element instead of whatever flesh was. But whatever, you know.
Alright, I'm gonna go flip through the book with Tingle Feet.
Okay. You all go back. By the way, you are led by the diggers once you come back in to wherever you need to go. And you start reading your new elemental book. The rest of you, anything?
Emilio is pretty miffed about the fact that he used Lesser Restoration on Zubrick and he didn't even get a thanks. So he's gonna... Is the snail farm for the house like around the house?
Yeah, it's not too far.
Okay, he's just gonna hang out at the snail farm. He wants to go see some cute snails.
Yeah. There, a lot of them are just kind of kept in a way where when they're resting, I don't know if you've seen this, but when they're resting, the snails will just kind of stick to walls. The shell itself just sticks, and they're all the way inside the shell. Like, but then a few of them, you see the farmers kind of go up and pull off a few of these kind of larger ones and like check, and then they put them down in safe places and where there's like food nearby. So they're being taken care of right now. When you approach, you 1 second. I need to get this right. When you approach, you see that what was the name? Was it Borbell? I think it was
The host?
one of the hosts. Yeah, it was
I don't remember.
Brucedy and Fratu. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Fratu kind of look up. It's like, can I help you?
Well, I just kind of wanted to come see the snails. You know, they're really cute. If there's anything I can do to help, you know, maybe like feed them.
You want to help?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Here, and you see that she kind of hands you what looks like a small bucket. Like bottom part is filled with some mealwormy looking grub stuff. Kind of like these.
I personally find that gross, but Amelia would be okay with that. He'd
Yeah.
just be like, he'll do whatever they instruct.
Yeah.
So he like reaches in, I guess, and feeds them.
Yeah, just kind of like lays them out flat, and it's like, just wait. If you want to see them eat, you kind of have to wait. They kind of do their own thing, you know.
Can I pet them at all?
Yeah, you can hold them. They don't mind. And
Okay.
she actually pulls one of like a larger one off of the wall, and that was already moving around, and when it does, it kind of like slinks back into the shell bit and then like places on your hand. Comes out of the shell mostly.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, I kind of got lost track after like the 40th one, and
Oh.
it's they kind of come and go. The diggers, and you know, we use some of them for traps or some of them for food, so kind of hard to get attached to a lot of them. They're very
Yeah,
cute.
I guess. They are cute. Yeah, I didn't really get to see a lot of them, you know, back home, so it's nice to see them up close.
Yeah, they're fun. Or when are the rumors kind of going around? Like, is that really what happened?
About one of us doing that to Mama Oogly.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, she's old.
Oh, I know. We have a problem with him. That's why we buried him one night, just so he couldn't run havoc, you know, run amok and cause problems. We probably should have done that here too. We didn't really think he'd try anything like that.
Okay. Well, a lot of the diggers are here, so it should be fine.
Yeah, we're really sorry. We try to keep him in line.
No, I just kind of feel bad for Bedman. That I don't think anyone really has the heart to tell him.
Is Mama Oogly okay?
I personally don't think so. She's quite old. I don't think she has many more years left. Well, I don't know about years even.
Tingle didn't do anything, you know, to speed up that process.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. And I haven't really heard from Kegoon. She's been busy taking care of Mama Oogly, but apparently she's just kind of been, you know, a lot quieter. At least after you all left.
I can imagine. I know this isn't really in your jurisdiction, but do you think there's any way I can get some kind of summons with her? Or just me, not Tinkle. Tinkle would not be there. He's not allowed.
I mean, I'm not sure what I can do. I'm just a snail farmer.
Yeah, I'm just looking, I guess, for a personal opinion.
I mean, I'm sure Kegoon wouldn't mind. As long as Yankin's not around, I'm sure, if anything, with some supervision.
Yeah, she ever drop by around here? I could go out to find her, but you know, that seems kind of dicey right now.
Can you give me a persuasion check real quick? Just because I know what you're trying to imply. Okay. You see that Ratu kind of goes, I know the diggers are a bit uncomfortable of all of you leaving and walking around. I mean, I can go ask Kikun.
Yeah, that would be super helpful. Trust me, we want to get out of here pretty quickly too. I don't know what some of them are doing. I guess they're just resting up, but I would like to at least apologize to Mama before we leave.
Yeah, seems like at least most of you are quite nice. Sure. Yeah, I can ask. I'll let Kikun know.
Thanks. I'm assuming the snail started to like crawl up.
Oh yeah, like as you're talking, like up and like onto your clothes, leaving this thick viscous trail. Like it's now like up onto your neck, and you're like, it's
He's actually enjoying
okay.
it. He
Well,
thinks
that's
it's
fine.
cute.
That it's just like it's up into your face now. Yeah.
It's just like this. Snails are.
Yeah, explorative, little curious. You know.
This guy's pretty cool. I think you should name him and maybe not eat him. He seems very full of personality.
What do you want to suggest then, name wise?
Now that's actually a loaded question. Oh, I've never been tasked with naming an animal before. Name it Elio.
Elio. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll make sure we keep Elio a bit safer. How about that? Come on,
Thanks.
Elio.
Maybe you can keep him as a pet.
Yeah. All right, Elio. Well, let's make sure you get some food. And
right, just like suction cup him off Emilio's face.
Yeah. As you see Fratu kind of bring Elio over and carefully sets him aside and make sure he gets some food. Anything else that you would like to do?
No, he's probably just going to go back inside. And
Okay.
He wanted to discuss the dream with the others, but two of them left. So
that's fine. When you get back, did Bloodbeard or Clover do anything?
All Bloodbeard's doing is resting. So unless Clover,
you could give me a medicine check to see if you can push along your healing a little more, like a personal medicine check. Oh, okay, above a 15.
Nice.
Interesting. Shorten that by a day.
Yay!
It's a good thing.
I'm a 10th of the way there.
Woo. Oh yeah.
Clover calls out to you. Yeah.
Yes. What's up, Clover?
Do you know anything about the gods?
Ian tries to remember his notes.
Here, if you do you want me to tell you?
All Bloodbeard remembers about the sea goddess.
No.
Is it goddess?
It's a goddess. Yeah, you're right.
Ah, see?
No, I thought you were just calling her Des, and I was like, no, that's not right. Yeah, the sea goddess, yes.
Only about the sea goddess. Sea goddess name goes here.
Sergi.
Okay. I don't know how to say this, but I think a god met me last night.
Oh, by the way, you would have also noticed none of your auras are there anymore that you were able to see upon yourselves.
Bloodbeard looks around the room. He's like, "Why do you say that, Clover?"
We were playing in a field. She was pushing me on the swing. I was pushing them on a swing. You know. I don't know, had a conversation. I don't know how to explain it without sounding weird, because, gods are usually the
mean-
thing that, like, you
Yeah,
worship and you... Yeah.
we're kind of like, I'm gonna be honest. Like from the moment your mouth opened up, after like the second sentence, it definitely sounded pretty weird. Are you sure it wasn't just a dream? Because I have dreams about stuff all the time. Doesn't necessarily make them real.
Oh, Amelia's gonna walk in now. But
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know. But it sure felt real. Oh, I miss the sun. I want to go back there.
same. You guys talking about dreams?
Kind of.
I had
Clover
a weird dream
thinks
last night.
they met a god or something.
Really?
Wait, did someone dream about a god? Don't do that.
Where the hell are all you people coming from?
By the way, the
Well,
medicine
it's
check.
just literally a bad.
No, the medicine check took a while. And Clover, you were probably gathering her thoughts for quite a bit. So this is why, like, Yeah.
Yeah, I think I met Liara.
What is it like?
Very beautiful. And very jovious. We ended up playing for like an hour or two.
It's like you played with a god?
Like when you're a child and you like to play with other children. Like
No.
that, yeah.
Oh, I guess kind of.
Zubrik discreetly checks his sock to see if anything fell out during the night.
Yeah, had a conversation. I think it was reassuring. They said they would help us. I don't know what that means, but I start scratching my arm. I think I'm okay. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna detect magic and just take a peek at you, Clover. Just, nothing big. Just hold still.
If it would help, I can do Zone of Truth, but I don't think you guys think I'm lying.
Well, I don't think you're lying.
Truth is often subjective, and you believe in a lot of things, Clover.
What's that mean? I'm a believer.
Sure.
Not a doubt of trace in their mind.
They couldn't leave her, even if they tried.
Ew.
I walked into that one.
Are we planning to stay another night, or what's the plan today?
God, please, no. I can't. I need to leave this mountain.
And leave these lovely, hospitable people, Emilio.
I think we were allowed a day or two. It feels like it's been a while today, but tomorrow I'll definitely be good to go. We should leave early. Before anything else happens.
They might try and murder one of us in the town square.
Oh, they'll try to
Oh.
murder you.
One of us.
You.
I don't know. You
You're
might be
both
up there
right.
too. You're pretty much up there with impersonating a prophet.
Well, I'm taking care of it. I'm gonna try to get a summons with Mama Doodley. Apologize for it.
Right. The faster we can get out of here, the faster I can get a room to sleep in alone.
The faster
You're
I can
welcome
take
for the
time
lesser
off.
restoration, by the way.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, you had like a concussion or something.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it very much, I guess.
Oh, anyways, let's see if Clover's about to explode.
Tingle would like to ritual cast
Sequel to
both
Exploding
identify
Kittens.
Oh, yeah.
Clovers.
exploding clovers
all right, yeah.
and identify and detect magic.
You cast both. Takes 20 minutes altogether. No, Clover doesn't really have anything magical going on about themselves.
Well, that's concerning, but at the same time, oh wait, I didn't see the seed thing today.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I had a weird dream last night.
I also had. Was it the one where like you're connected by that gold cable?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
I
Best
wasn't sure if it
friends.
was one dream or two because they, oh, just mixed in with each other.
Well, I only had the gold thread dream, so I mean that was a great sign. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's nothing bad. We all
As we
have a
thought.
spark in us. But just
Zubrick, what the fuck are they talking about?
He checks his sock again and goes, I'm not too sure. It's
What?
still all there.
This is like
You
2
guys-
days in a row. Wait, what?
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 Good news. We all have a spark in us.
Yeah, it sounds like a good thing. I mean, to be fair, I did kind of hear, but well, it doesn't matter. But that's great news. It's not like an exploding egg like some people believe.
Yeah,
You'll notice we stopped glowing. I forgot to mention that.
yeah. All it took was for you to have a dream where you dreamt that the egg wasn't a problem, and magically the egg is no longer a problem. Yep.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
female dream. Now that I think
Well,
about it.
it's more like a prophecy, or even actually, it was more kind of
Yeah.
like a thank you.
Thank
You
you
sure it
for
wasn't like
bearing
the-
my children.
None of you are very what's the word I'm looking for? Spiritual, are you? This
Well,
seems
when-
quite odd to you, right?
I literally try not to be.
I've met possibly over 200 to 300 different communities. They all have their own version of spiritual practice. So nothing you say is special.
Yeah, because it's all the same stuff,
I've seen
We're
people
connected.
flay themselves to see their god.
A
I've
little
seen people
aggressive.
dig themselves into the ground.
I've seen people flayed for gods.
Yeah, people do weird shit for gods, but it's all pretty much the same stuff. So
I just try to do good. I feel like that's like the least I can do.
The one thing that I trust, honor, fear, whatever you want to call it, more than anything else is the open sea. If there's God, I mean, the gods must be real because Clover gets their power from something. I don't doubt that, but
The weave,
If-
yes.
And as you're talking, you would hear the gods are very, very real. And it is Kegun that enters. I have heard somebody was looking for me.
yeah, that's me.
And you would like to meet with Mama Udle.
Yeah, if I could, people can be there, guards can be there. I'm not gonna bring this one. He points at Tingle.
Well, probably is for the best to do things sooner than later. You can try to
Yeah.
arrange something for later today.
Perfect. We kind of want to be out here by the morning, so
Yes. I'll come fetch you all, or some of you, whoever wishes to speak to her. But-
preferably just me. I don't want these rapscallions around me.
Fine. He probably doesn't have long with us.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Is it possible for me to get into that temple of yours? I have a quick prayer I want to say.
You
I
mean
recently had a dream about Zigzys.
the god of death?
Yeah.
What kind of dream did you have?
Hard to say. I don't know if it's an omen or something that I shouldn't worry about, but it was about him.
I can accompany you to the Emerald Temple. The other guides there, once I explain things, I'm sure will give you some space to meditate if you need. Just try. Please do not take anything from that place.
Not an issue.
It's a sacred place to Telos. Well, I'm gonna head off. Clover, if I'm remembering that correctly, I will give word to Ervil and Freg. They should be there when you arrive.
Yep.
She leaves. All right. Free to role play again.
I was on like a very profound rant about the sea, and somehow I just lost it.
Were you thinking of heading back to the sea, Bloodbeard?
At some point.
What's it like on a boat?
Great. It's not dark like this. Oh, I mean, sometimes at night.
Well, what about,
Um,
don't you miss the greenery?
Not really. I mean, if you travel with a druid, they can just make greenery for you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How's the water situation hold up on a boat?
I mean, it's wet as fuck outside the boat. Don't drink the water, unless someone can purify it first. Yeah, the salt water is really not good for. Well, there's some things that can drink it, but tieflings definitely not.
Hmm.
Yeah, life is nice in the sea. It's hard, it's brutal, sometimes. It's also enjoyable other times. It's nothing better than sitting out and just having a nice lazy day fishing with the lads.
I bet the night sky is amazing.
Oh, so beautiful.
Oh my
And just
gosh.
think of all the interesting places you'll see.
Hmm. All the places you'll go. I don't remember how the rest of that Dr. Seuss rhymes goes.
That's all I know.
It's nice, and you know sometimes like it does get spicy on the sea, but
Spicy,
sh-
but isn't it all water?
no, I meant life in general. Ship to ship combat's pretty crazy. I miss those little rust munchers. Can't imagine they got out of their cages when the ship went down.
The hell are rust munchers?
No, they were my crew's specialty. Our secret weapon against other ships.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh, Rum John actually raised them himself. Bit of a breeder, actually. So
That sounds really handy.
Oh yes. Oh, they actually. Tingle, your armor's magical, correct?
Well, yes, but like technically below that it's not. It's all just based upon a framework.
See, we started using the rust munchers for people like Tingle. And also boats, because you need a lot of metal to hold boats together. So what's the best way to take care of a boat? Get rid of the metal. Try to float with a bunch of planks. It doesn't work out very well, from experience.
But why would they be called rust munchers if they eat metal? Because rust is oxidized metal that's not really...
Listen, I didn't name them. All I know is they eat metal. It gets very rusty.
Hmm.
But yeah, wooden cage, catapult, enemy boat, go bye-bye.
Hmm.
Interesting. What do rust munchers look like?
Picture like have you ever had fleas before?
No? Do I
Oh.
look like I've had fleas?
Anyway, it's like a flea but big. The bugs are gross, but they're kind of cute at the same time.
Bugs
They make a
aren't
very fun
gross.
chirping noise when you feed them stuff.
Oh, that sounds cute. Now I want a rust muncher.
It just don't let them near your metal. They'll munch the shit out of it.
Don't worry, I won't let them near any of my metal. Tingle, on the other hand.
Tingle will remember this.
I've threatened you enough, and I feel like it should just be a normal thing.
It's like the negative 100 on the scale.
Yeah,
Which 199?
it just actually goes to, it's like the Gandhi thing, you know, eventually from civilization, eventually you go from, you know, peace loving Gandhi to nuke them all, but vice versa. It's
Well, since I'm not going to this meeting because I don't want Mama Early to murder me, I'm probably just gonna hang out by the shell.
anyone that has a passive perception over 12, please raise your hand. Okay, that's 2, I think.
Oh shit!
3.
Over
Okay.
12?
Nice.
Yeah. Zubrik, during your talk about like the sea and the ship, there's a bit of he was zoning out, like wasn't participating. He just kind of zoned out and staring. You see him kind of like there's a bit of perspiration on his forehead.
Do you need me to cast Luster Restoration again?
He hesitates and doesn't answer for answer you for a second, and then he walks outside and throws up.
Oh.
You hear one of the diggers go, "Oh, what the hell?"
Oh my goodness, I really think he has a concussion, guys.
Oh, I was gonna say I think he's pregnant, but
I don't think.
I mean, maybe the seed grows faster if it's in a hobgoblin?
I don't think the seed is doing anything. It's a spark.
I've been with him all morning. He didn't take anything. He seemed pretty fine.
what did Tingle do to you?
This is giving me red versus blue vibes all over again.
Honk.
Okay.
Honk. Oh, I'll stop.
So, are you all doing anything more, or shall I kind of?
Well, I think Amelia's gonna go check on
Oh,
Super.
yeah. Sorry.
She's
Sorry. Oh, we should.
just gonna skip over.
Yeah. Once
Dying.
once we're done with that, we'll take a break because I realize we've just been RP heavy going, which I love, and I lose track
Yeah.
of time.
I'm gonna
How
grab
long are we
Zubrik's
playing
water
tonight?
skin and go out with.
Okay. What was that, Ian?
How long are we playing tonight? Just so I know if I should get another energy drink.
Probably at most an hour and a half.
Okay.
At most an hour and a half. So yeah, we're not gonna go too crazy. But yeah, you both, Clover and Emilio, you said you're heading out there to check on Zubrik. So when you get out there, you see one of the diggers kind of like shaking off his boot where Zubrik managed to get some vomit on it. Oh, what's wrong with your friend? Hey,
Oh,
come
we
on.
don't know. Emilio's gonna ritually cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand him his water skin.
Okay. It's gonna take a while, but like when you cast it ritually, nothing seems to be wrong poisonous wise with Zubrik.
Are you okay? What happened? What did Tingle do to you?
I'm
Nothing.
fine. The snails.
The snails?
I'm
Tingle,
gonna do
clean my boots.
Yeah, sure thing.
A little spider comes over to his boots and has a little shoe shining rag and starts squeegeeing off the vomit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a bit of a physical on him.
Okay.
Emilio's gonna cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
Stop being so fucking nice.
You all cast those things. You see that Base has also kind of arrived at this point and goes,
My sensors
wow.
My sensors indicate that Zubrik was panicking.
Are you scared of the water?
Not scared of anything.
Insight check on that.
Okay, yeah, you can roll insight. Actually, roll me the tower insight where.
Oh, too late.
Okay, fine. Do we have tower deception rolls?
You could always
Whisper.
have you could always
I-
have him whisper it to you.
Yeah, can you whisper it to me, Dylan?
How the fuck do I do that, dude?
Flash.
It's here.
DMW?
No, okay, a second.
SDM.
I have this. It is. Wait, what? Okay. Well, I need to change that. Just roll deception and we'll figure out all that stuff later.
I just won't look.
I figured it out.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, interesting. The funny thing is both Tristan and Dylan are smiling about two different things.
I figured it out.
Yes. All right, so I mean he seems serious when he says it. There's no like hint or anything, hesitation in Subrik's words.
Well, then, what are you panicking about?
Nothing. Base is off.
I don't think base is off.
He's like
Base
a
doesn't lie.
200-year-old brain in the jar.
So that just means he's wise.
My last remaining sensor might be broken.
Oh, base, don't.
Oh,
help
not
him.
this again.
Listen, Zubrik, listen to your elders. Me and Base are older than you. What's wrong?
It's nothing. I just don't like the talk of the open sea.
Well, I know open sea can be like really scary and shit, but it's like, you'll have us there.
It's my first time.
That's even
Yeah,
more
same.
terrifying.
Yeah, we're all gonna be firsties on the boat, except for Amos.
You know, I could maybe make you like some arm floaties or something.
Okay, I can hold everyone's hand. I know it was first time. It could be very scary, but I am a captain for a reason. I can help walk you through it.
Yeah, Flipbeer will do a great job, and we'll teach you how to swim. I can turn to a shark.
I don't know how to respond to this. No one's been this encouraging to him.
He just starts
Oh.
crying.
I remember my first time Zubrik. It was wet and wild, and we'll make sure yours is just as wet and wild, but maybe a little bit more tame, with a little less vomit.
I'm gonna go read my book.
Before
Oh,
Zubrik
by the
walks
way-
away, Tingle would pass him a scroll called "Discovering Your Feelings."
Thanks.
Avelio's gonna hand Zubrik his book back because he's had it this whole time. Zubrik hasn't noticed.
Yeah, that's
he's gonna
true.
Go
Yeah.
he's gonna go study that elemental book again, Pete.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
With a
while
guidance
everyone's-
scroll.
While everyone's talking, I forgot about the book that I grabbed.
Well, you got something as well?
Yeah, Bloodbeard, you told me to grab this as we left. Some type
Oh,
of
you
diary.
ditched that to save me.
Did I?
It's
Shit, I don't know.
You know what?
I do remember specifically Clover mentioning grabbing the book still, but that might have been before saving.
You know what? I'm having brain fog. I'll check up in a little bit.
Next week we'll find out.
Find out next week.
Oh god, someone I mean
Schrodinger's book.
it doesn't really matter in the end. If you want to have it, I'll say you can have it. It's just a book that's not going to monetarily cost anything. It's just a lore dump, if anything. I don't mind as a DM. I'll leave this up to the players.
I don't
That's
know.
up to Clover and Tristan.
I'll let you know next session.
Got it.
Alrighty.
All right. So Zubrick's studying his new book. What are the rest of you doing, if anything? You all can.
Tingle's helping Zubrick study his new book.
Got it. Anyone else?
I guess Emilio, if Zubrick is studying his new book, Emilio's just going to read his old book.
Okay.
Pass the time.
All right. Clover, are you headed to the Emerald Temple at all?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna actually take a break right here, and then we'll come back. But yeah, so 5-10 minutes, short break, and then we'll be back and continue. Hopefully, you all actually get out of the Underdark, 'cause that's what I planned for the next place already.
God, please.
Mm,
Please.
Yeah.
I love the RP
Let
though.
us out.
I love the
Let us
RP.
out!
Don't worry.
I love the RP, but like, let us out.
Yeah. It's gonna happen. Don't worry. It's gonna happen. All right. We'll be right back.
Bye.
All right. I'm gonna just try to walk around and wake up.
All right. More drinks for me. Bit limey. It's a bit limey.
What'd you drink?
Huh?
What you drinking?
Oh, the same beer thing. I just got another can.
Oh, what kind of beer?
Here, I'll show you what it looks like, but it's not like. By the way, I thought, with the merch thing, yeah, feel free to Advertise it. When we come back from break, you could just be like, "Hey, buy the merch.
Buy the merch.
Buy it."
I have one good 8x11 left, but I have so many 5x7s. Please take them off my hands.
Well, at least that way you do know next time you do prints, more people will just buy 8x.
I'm surprised. I've never heard of people buying 8x11s over 5x7s.
Really?
Never. Yeah, 5x7s are far more popular in print, so that's why it's so shocking to me.
It's Chug Life Lime Sparkling Lager. So hard.
Sounds kind of good. I don't even like beer.
It's a very, very light. It's a very light lager.
I don't like light beer.
I know. I don't either, but
like
with the lime,
beer.
with the lime, it's good. Ooh, dark beer. Guinness.
I've
Ooh.
only...
Guinness.
I don't think I've ever tried Guinness, which I know is surprising because that's like the dark beer.
It
But
tastes
the
like
one dark beer that I really like is local to a town that's like too far away for me to get it. And I'm so sad.
well, my
It's the only
favorite
beer I drink.
my favorite beer that I like, I can't get over here anyways either. And they used to send pallets to the military bases like once a year. And when those beer used to arrive, like everyone on base rushes over and bought boxes of those fucking things. Yingling. Best beer.
I can't say the name of it. Then you'll be able to locate me.
That's fine, yeah.
It's named after the town, so.
We're just waiting on Tristan. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. So we are back. We're back. All right.
Yeah.
So, Clover, you said you're headed over to the Emerald Temple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you head to it, you see, unlike the other domes, this one is mostly made from made of emeralds and a few other precious looking rocks, strategically located in place to add a bit of an additional flair. And they all been semi processed, like rough cut and then shined to show their beauty, and they're all held in place with like the cement glue that's been holding everything together. There's faint wisps of smoke. There's faint wisps and smell of smoke coming from the center, like incense of some sort being burnt. And there are two small earthen entrances that dip into the dome from the building, and two other ones that lead deeper into the earth. But when you approach it, there is a individual more dressed, less like the diggers with all the more armaments and stuff like that, but more simple robed figures. One of them introduces themselves and goes, you're Clover, am I right?
That is correct.
I am Guide Irville. I heard
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I heard that you wish to use the Emerald Temple for meditation or prayer.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that you came alone. You can follow me this way. And Guide Irville leads you into the temple building itself, and when you get down there, it's nice. This earthy smell, this kind of dry earthy smell with the incense burning. There is a small hole at the top, so most of this smoke that might build up here would eventually flow out of here. So when you get down there, it's very simple. There are a few kind of soft mats placed that you can sit and do prayer or whatnot, but there are symbols and symbols of Telos, things of mountains, earth, gems that have the Telos simplistic and very basic version of symbols for Telos.
Is this the area of prayer?
Yes, just right here underneath the Emerald Dome itself.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me in.
Of course. If you don't mind, I'm going to stand right over there. And
Not
he
a problem.
stands over by the corner.
I just get into a comfortable position. And I just kind of wait, like, I'd say 15 minutes before I say anything.
Okay.
Telos? I don't know if you can hear me, but does Zixies mean harm to me? Do they? What's their deal? Like, I think Liara spoke to me last night, but it's so cryptic. What do you mean I'm being tested? What do you mean I have this mark? Any insight would be nice. And then I just wait there. Probably, I'd say up to an hour, and then I'd leave.
Okay. You could give me a perception check, actually.
Okay. Perception. 6.
Okay. The small circular shrine in front of you with some a small bowl of these incense being burned. You're just looking, hoping to see anything, you know. And Telos is earth-based, so you're just kind of you're not really sure where to go with that. Telos is the god of earth creation and protection, so you're not sure how the message would be sent, if there is a message that Telos would even respond. And yeah, you wait. You wait longer and longer. Eventually, nothing. You don't feel anything.
Thank you for listening. And then I leave.
Okay. Guide Ervil leads you out, and yeah, that is that. Okay, so pretty soon after you get back, Clover, the Kegun comes up to the rest of you and says, if any but him would like to speak to Mama Oodley, this is probably the best moment to do so. There will be a heavy presence of diggers. Be warned. Do anything foolish, and we will attack. So if anyone wants to go, you can, and you can meet individually with her if you'd like to.
It's pretty clear Emilio's doing it.
Okay. Got it. So you make your way over with her, just you going alone, no one else is. You get to that not simple, that more like colorful room with the beads kind of covering the entranceway to a room. When you enter, you see Mama Uli, but she looks tired than before. She's quite tired, leaning on the bed, even though she sees you, and her eyes kind of light up again like she's seen someone very important to her. This time she doesn't seem to have the energy to even like get up and interact heavily with you.
He'll look to the guards and see if like he can approach closer to her, I guess. Up to her bed.
Yeah, they're tense, but it seems like they're gonna let you do what you do.
Alright. Is there like a chair in the room or anything?
Yeah, there's a small stool. Actually,
okay.
You would see that Bedmond is kind of sleeping on the desk. He must have been hanging out with Mama Uli, and he's sleeping now on the desk, and there's a blanket thrown over him.
Okay. He'll just pull up the stool to her bed.
Okay.
Hello, Mama Uli.
My lord.
I'm really sorry about what one of my companions did the other day. That was not anything we thought would happen at all.
That was your companion.
We use the word, yeah.
He
The
took
term
your
companion is loose.
form. I did not
Yeah.
mean to overreact like the way I did.
No, you know what? You were fully within your rights. We would have all done the same thing. We all wanted to do the same thing when we found out what he did. So, no apologies needed from your end. Came to apologize on behalf of him. And, one other thing. I'm not who you think I am. And I'm really sorry about lying about who I was.
When you say that, she looks at you. She smiles. I know, dear.
Then, okay, do you know? 'Cause you keep calling me my lord and stuff.
It's just an old dying lady's wish. And you can see she's like, it's hard for her. It's getting harder for her to breathe. I just wish to see him one last time. And you've brought me such a gift.
I really wanted to do more for you. I wanted to see if there was something more we could give you other than me just, being like a meet and greet. But after what Tingle did, it became impossible. And I wanted to come clean to you because I don't know what really came over me. I don't like being in the mountain. And my mother absolutely taught me better than to go lying to my elders like that, so.
I know you didn't mean it. I just wished. I've been waiting far too long. But I know he's still out there. He'll guide us all. Twilight Realm.
I'm not super familiar with the story, but maybe there's a chance he'll guide you to the Twilight Realm, after you pass on?
I'm not sure about that.
I
I'm
mean,
sure Telos will remold me. Create something new out of me.
maybe he'll come back for the new you, the reincarnated you.
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, you hold on to that idea, because I'm sure if he promised he'd come back for you. He'll come back for you in some capacity. That isn't just, a fraud.
I can tell when I see him. I just want to ask one thing. Why he hasn't returned to us sooner. We're just waiting here. Hiding, hoping to see the beautiful colors.
Well, is there any way you can just leave? Do you have to have somebody guide you out of here?
Look at me. I'm a frail old lady now.
I'm sure your people can help you take you out of here.
They are happy here. But I know they will be even happier where he promised. It is all right. If he returns, I'm sure things will go well. I'm sure he'll keep our promise.
I'm sure he will. If he's anything like what you said, or I mean, you've held on to this idea for so long. He must be somebody that'll actually come back for you in some capacity.
Kind soul just like you.
Huh.
And looks just like you. And you see, like, she reaches out and her hands are like shaking as she does so.
He'll take her hand in both of his. Kind souls don't lie about who they are, especially to old frail women.
Kind souls lie to those that might need a lie. I am
Maybe
going. What was that? What did you say?
I said maybe if that's intentional.
I feel like I need some rest now.
Yes, of course, rest up. We'll be gone by the morning, so this is just our last goodbye.
Thank you for bringing back Bedman.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we were kind of the reason he left, so it's the least we could do.
He wishes I could stay longer.
Hey, I mean, you could tell him about the whole reincarnation thing.
He doesn't see it that way.
Well,
And
maybe
that's okay.
maybe I can talk to him before we leave. You know, help him see things. If he wakes up, actually, he's going to turn around and talk to the guards. If Bedman wakes up before we leave, send him over to the snail farmer's house. I can talk to him a little bit.
Kind of look at you. And they kind of look at Mama Uli and she shakes her head slowly. Don't mind me, my lord. And she cracks a smile again.
Well,
I will just be taking a nap now.
You rest up. I'm just gonna say goodbye now. I don't want to bother you after this.
And she lets go of your hand and leans back, then looks over back at you as you start to get up and step out of there.
He gives like a really awkward little wave.
Yeah. He smiles, but lets you leave.
Okay. He'll just head back to the place they're staying at.
Okay. When you get back, the others are waiting for you. What are you all doing now?
Zubert's book.
Yeah, we gleaned anything from the book yet?
It's gonna take a while, you know. Deciphering things. The one thing that you will find right away is the
Tingle, is this in Sylvan? No, that's common. Never mind.
You see that under the cover there is a the acronym MEAR.
Mirror.
Well, I don't know what that means.
But otherwise you start deciphering some of the things. A lot of it looks quite similar to the stuff you already started to learn and glean on your own, Zubrick.
Oh, it's their names. That makes sense.
You doing okay there, buddy?
Oh, it just had a intelligence check.
Oh, okay.
I think I succeeded.
All right. So you all would see Emilio return to the rest of you. And is there anything else that you all are doing?
He's just gonna see. I
Well-
thought we were leaving in the morning.
Well, they might kill us in the morning, so...
Well,
I mean-
Bloodbeard wants to stay here till the morning, so you're just gonna have to deal with it, Tingle.
I said us.
No, you. They don't have a
I'm not
problem
the
with the
only one
rest
who
of
was
us.
9 to Mama early, so who knows? I don't know.
I apologize to Mama Oodley, and she's okay with it. She actually knew the whole time, so shut your mouth.
And what was your problem with me?
Because you attacked her! You tried to extort her! You're a terrible little man!
You're shouting this, and there's no doors, remember? So like it's echoing through
Everybody
all the
in town knows.
No, I know, but you're shouting. Yeah, just continue.
What are you talking about? I just snuck into her room and pretended to be this guy just like you did, and then asked her for money, and she said no, and I threw a pot at her.
Those are so many bad things. I didn't ask anything
so
from
much
her.
worse than I thought it was.
I was
You
on your
threw a
side for
pot
a
at
while,
her?
Tingle. Not anymore.
Oh, well, technically I didn't, but, you know, magic
You have to
did.
have a little more tact than that.
Well, you know, I panicked, and then she had a giant magic sword that, like, would have, like, cut me straight in half, so then I just ran.
You deserved that. You deserved to be cut in half by a giant magic sword.
Sorry.
Was she like wielding this sword or?
No, she just went like, oh, I'll give you what you deserve, and then tried to kill me.
It was what you
Yeah,
deserved.
checks out. Well, anyway, I've been stretching my hammies out all day. I think I'm making some good progress here, so don't mind me. Bloodbeard's gonna go back to messing around with his hamstring.
Yeah.
What is a hammy? Is it something I should be concerned about?
It's pretty chewy.
I mean, we all have them, I'm pretty sure.
Emilio, because the more you talk, the more Emilio thinks you're talking about the butts.
Yeah, the Bloodbeard's injury is a pulled ass cheek.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. He doesn't know what a hammy is.
Who wants to hold my legs while I stretch out my hammies? No one's falling for that one twice, donut.
God, the first few seasons of that show are just the best fucking things
Art.
ever.
Absolute
It's
art.
absolute. If you guys haven't watched Rivers, the first few seasons are definitely worth a watch. It's so
Oh, I
good.
have.
All right, but
I
continue.
hope they've aged well.
Nah, they
It
kind of
probably
didn't.
hasn't.
It really hasn't, but it's still good in a comedic sense. But continue, everyone.
I'm just gonna wait also to see if Bedman ever shows up.
Yeah, not really. Not while you all.
But it's
are
not
around.
really. It's
No.
okay. Is it yes or no?
No, they
Oh,
don't.
okay.
He doesn't show up. You all can get another long rest, because you're resting before you leave, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you wake up the next morning, and you get ready to leave, pack up all your gear. They don't really give you anything extra, but you all find something right outside your room. A small note saying, it's a small note on a bag, familiar bag. It's Bedman's bag. You see the note saying, "Thanks for helping me." And it is the bag that I showed you a while back.
The spider bag.
Yeah, the spider-faced
okay.
bag. Let me find that again. It is the web grip rucksack. Maybe you can find a use for that more than I. And it is this thing. Let's see.
All the way at the bottom with available items.
Yes. So whoever wants to take it, take it. I will be moving things to people's lists. So I believe the troll hide is with Tingle. Attuned items. At that.
If you're moving items, Pete, you want to get rid of the Sandman's leash?
Oh, thank you. Subrick, Sandman's leash. Okay, it's gone. But
Does
continue.
Emilio even have any magic items yet?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
Bloodbeard's.
Just his personality.
Yeah, he has the thing from his mom's, and that's it.
That's true. Yes.
Well, Bloodbeard doesn't know that. I think he's gonna limp over. He's gonna pick up the rucksack and look at it. He's gonna stare at the eyes. He's gonna kind of limp over to Emilio and pass. It's like, I think you earned this one.
Thanks. I don't know if I have, but maybe we can use it as a communal backpack.
Hey, I mean, if you want to carry all my shits, go ahead.
I don't really want to carry your shit, but I'll carry some of it.
Continue. Sorry.
11 billion chains.
No chains,
You have
please.
40 feet of chain.
You can keep your chain.
I've got the tent.
You can keep your tent. I was thinking more
What?
small items.
What the fuck are you gonna carry then?
I look like I can carry very much? I meant small items.
Okay.
Something that can fit in the backpack.
Bloodbeard puts his hands in his pockets.
Okay. After you all kind of pack up and gather your things.
One thing, Emilio's gonna write a note to Bedman, and he's gonna leave it with I forget her name, the snail farmer.
Yes, her name is, I have it.
Starts with an F. I know that much.
Fratu.
Yeah, he's gonna leave it with her. He's gonna tell her it's for Bedman. She can choose whether she wants to give it to him or not. But he's left a note for Bedman.
Okay. All right. And you all start heading out, right?
Yes.
You see Kagoon has must have talked to a few of the others, because waiting nearby one of the exits to this town is two diggers and a guide. Guide Ervil that you've met yesterday, Clover. Kegun goes, I am a bit old to be doing this, so I have asked these three to guide you through most of your journeys. They know the ways. It's easy to get lost down here. And maybe this way, that one will stay out of our home for longer. Thank you again for bringing Bedman back. And also for taking care of those roots that were encroaching upon our lands. Thank you. And she sees you off. You all, are you going to say anything or?
Bloodbeard's gonna do the little lift his hat up off his horns.
Yeah.
Do a little bow and slide it back on.
Did you need to chip off any of that shell, Zubrik, before we left?
You can attempt to. You can try to. Yeah. You can try to chip things off of that shell. It's very sturdy, but tell me how.
Guidance. But actually, like, if you want, Zubrik, I could try chipping it off because I've got a bit of a surprising muscle power now.
We'll do it together.
Tell me how and what you're doing to try to chip off this thing.
First, guidance. Eventually. Ooh, a big one.
I mean, the most physical way possible, Peter. I pull out my scimitar, cast haste on myself, and just go at it.
Go for it.
That poor scimitar.
You got this, Zubrik.
King.
We just rolling attacks, or what do you want me to do?
Are you hitting anywhere specific? What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to like put cracks and like micro dents into it until I can like break off a chunk.
Or get cracks in it and I'll thunder punch
When I
the
say
cracks.
chunk,
I'll say give me three attack rolls. Oh no, 3 athletics checks with advantage.
Athletics.
Okay. Here's more guidance.
15, 1, and 16. Okay.
Hey, that's a 19.
So that's a 19, a 3, and an 18. All right. With a 19, you manage to break off a piece that's pretty sizable, around this big. Not enough to be like, used for anything large, but about this big, about a foot by foot square. Thanks to the area that you already damaged from that the homunculus spell that you did managed to take away.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a foot by foot square of what's called the flail snail shell. But yeah, you all watch as Zubrik just does this before you leave. Then he gets all winded afterwards.
Hey, I have martial training.
That's fine. No, it's from the haste.
Oh, the haste. Yeah.
So yeah, it takes what feels like another 3 days worth of travel. Quite a distance. 3 long rests. You guys pass through winding paths, sheer cliffs, and eventually you get to a place where it seems they show you, and it's a small kind of small crack that underneath and through it you could see rail tracks or carts. Civilization once more. They bid you farewell. You all squeeze and shimmy down this little crack and land upon this kind of abandoned tunnel. And you all just woke up maybe like a few hours ago. When you guys start following these tracks, eventually it leads you into what looks like more work more worked in areas and more new supplied areas, and then the entrance. But instead of the bright shining sun that you're all expecting, you step out and it's dark. The night sky greets you, but it's overcast. When you step out of there isn't a lot of people here. Almost no one at all. There's a there's a person in the distance literally rummaging a few things that haven't wow. I have the hiccups.
Peter's died.
Well, and while you're drinking, Emilio's gonna just fall to the ground. He's gonna hug the ground.
So is Clover.
Oh, please don't ever leave me again.
Clover's rolling around in a part of grass, and it's slowly turned into a clover patch.
These guys are not cut out for excavations.
I'm
Let
cut
them
out for
enjoy it.
excavation, just not underground.
So
And he's
it's
gonna
like
hug a tree.
30 days.
By the way, this is rocky terrain, like steep, you know, but then the you see the minecart tracks lead out and further away. You see the guy in the distance kind of rummaging through something and then grabbing it and then waving to a few others as he rushes back to them. And in the distance, you can see a sizable town with wooden walls and many lights lit along the streets. And at the center of town, you could even see a small, nice looking park of sorts with a yeah, I'll just say park. But as you approach the area and walk towards the town, are you all doing anything, or can I just kind of start spouting nonsense?
Just finding
good.
an end.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all quickly, you all make your way into the town, and the first thing that greets you in this town sounds of like, "Way, yeah, come on, bring another drink," found the gold, yeah, cool, and look at the big doggo.
Hey, dog.
And then you notice that there is a few kind of more supply and officey looking buildings nearby, but the one right in the wall, the first building you see is a large tavern, 3 stories high, made of mortar, bricks, and wood. There what's called on the sign, there is literally what looks like a mug that has a pickaxe in it, like inside the mug.
Mm-hmm.
And when you enter, or when you kind of get up close to it, you can see a few people stumbling around outside drunk. They're like, "Where do these fools come from? Hey, come on," as you walk in, you see a large hearth to the back of the room as you enter that illuminates the entire first floor with a warm glow. You can see heavy, crude wooden tables and chairs that are mostly filled with soot-covered miners that are enjoying meals and drinks after their hard day's work still. You could see behind the counter is a red dragonborn lady with a revealing barmaid outfit. And then you could also see a young and curious looking jolly halfling man with short curly hair and a red scarf that's going from table to table taking orders or drinks and stuff that seems to be serving people. What do you all do? And if anything, this is where we could actually leave off if you want. This is a good point.
Yeah, sure.
It's a
Yeah,
good place. Yeah.
All right.
sounds good to me.
But I will tell you right now, in a meta sense, you have just arrived at the town of Gildercrest.
Oh, alrighty.
It is not Barteris Bay, but it is Gildercrest, a step closer to Barteris Bay.
Hmm.
So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed I hope anyone watching still in the chat enjoyed. And if you want to start casting votes, Ian, if you don't mind setting up.
Yep.
Thank you.
Working on
By the
it.
way, how do you do that? Is that prediction?
So no, you had to type in /poll and then it starts
Slash
doing
poll.
it.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to put us in alphabetical order, and I always spell Zubrik's name wrong. So, and while I have the poll up, oh god, I gotta close the rucksack on this thing. There's a thing for me to hit, and hey, there we go. Music.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all, both, all of you for playing. And please put your votes in to the poll to see who gets inspiration and who has to end up doing the recap for next week. But yeah, I worked on this town all day and I didn't get to use a single thing, basically.
That's how it works.
That's definitely how it works. The thing is, I will remind you as players and the way I'm running this D&D campaign. If you want to deal with problems from town to town, you can. You don't have to. I am glad to let you. The world revolves around you with or without you. What I meant to say. So feel free to let me know, but if you can let me know in kind of advance that like you're more inclined or less inclined, that way I can start working on more details. That'd be great.
I'll just let you know I'm not more or less inclined to do them, but Clover, if there's a problem, Clover will try to deal with it.
Yeah, that's what I kind of guessed.
That also goes with the rest of the group. If you don't want to deal with the problem, don't let Clover know.
Yeah. Like
I just want to know like the most basic of details, like Timmy fell down a well or something like that. Then I'll decide if I want to do it.
Okay. If you want, after the stream is over, I can give you all a quick synopsis of things that you might find that way.
Okay.
The way you might find it might actually happen or not, but this way, at least you all can kind of, see if you want to deal with it or not.
And then you'll know whether or not to spend hours and hours making adventures and fun stuff, and then have us just go.
Yes, I don't mind spending hours and hours, but sometimes if it doesn't happen, I'm like, fuck, I wasted like a ton of my life doing it. One thing I will say, when you guys entered or got to the tavern and the drunken miners are out there like, hey, wait, come in, have fun. They would be like, oh, what the fuck is that thing? And point at Base. And then Base would...
Oh yeah, I put up a Base.
Base would constantly be replying,
I am Base. I am Base 6. Greetings.
literally to like everyone that asks, like, what the fuck are you? What is this thing? So,
Love Base.
all right.
Is Base self-powering?
Huh?
Is Base self-powering?
Yes. Yeah. Somehow. And you don't know how. I will say, if any of you want to like try to fix or make Base better or all that jazz and shenanigans, or even take stuff from him.
No, why would you suggest that?
Well, if any of the above, it is possible to try to do things like that. I have not let that go out of the way, remember, he has been designed to be caretaker of bioengineered creatures and testing facilities. So, and he has a lot
useful with Tingle's new tooth thing that he doesn't know what's going on with it.
Yeah, it's your weird homunculus, and I can send you the details about it. So when you
sure.
It's quite cool.
It's a tiny little weird
it's really
thing.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Yeah,
I love it that you decided to mix it up. I love it.
Well, I think let's look at the results. Ooh, Emilio and Tingle are tied. Do I get to vote?
You want to? Yeah, you get a vote.
Pick your
You
favorite.
participated
Okay.
literally the
'cause
entire evening.
I'll wait until it ends, and if it ends with a tie, then I'll be the deciding factor.
Oh, look at Zubrick
Here's-
and
oh.
Bloodbeard. No votes.
I mean, that's totally fine. I personally feel like Emilio did a lot of the RP lifting this session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
just
almost
made
voted for
jokes the whole
Zubrick.
time.
Zubrick's panicking was interesting. I
Yeah.
almost voted
Yeah.
for Zubrick for
Oh
that.
yeah.
All
He's my
right.
second choice.
So it's over. So I will. It's between Emilio and Tingle. I have to say, I'm gonna go with Emilio with the whole like, even talking to, like the big moment with the whole, Mama Uli is great, but like even talking to like side characters and doing that to like get access to Mama Uli, like that's awesome.
You just want to see snails.
Like, it's nice. It's nice. Like you got to explore how these people live a little bit, and all that jazz. So I like that kind of stuff a lot. So yeah, thank you all for playing. We'll be back next week with more at Gildercrest, and potentially, eventually, Barteris Bay.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
I spent so much time in the mountain.
I had 3 episodes. All right, 4 episodes.
It was more than 4 episodes. I
Was
think it was
it?
like 5.
No.
Yeah.
Today's
Well, we did take the long hiatus, so that also.
that's why it
So
feels super
we
long.
entered the mountain right at after the hiatus.
Oh,
or like
okay.
that was when we
So-
entered
Yeah.
it.
It's been like 20. It's been like 5 episodes, I guess. Yeah.
It was this episode, 2 in the facility, and then I can't remember beforehand.
And the facility.
There was one that I missed. There was one. No, I don't think was the Roper and the.
Yes, that was technically. It was in the mines.
the
It was
Roper
not in the
was in the
There was
Underdark.
at
Yeah.
least 5.
Yeah.
Roper was
Yeah,
the
there's at
first
least
one.
5. Yeah, Roper was the first one, but did we end up in the village at the end of the Roper one?
Yeah. Basically, you were at the entrance of.
And then
the
there was
village.
one.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
then
Then
5.
one was 5.
So.
The
And then I
problem
was
with
in the village,
Ropers,
and then
we break a child's heart.
Yeah.
Also,
We
go get the
don't
child.
already.
Going after the
we come
child.
back with the
Going
child.
after the child.
It's
Fun
5.
in the lab. Not so much fun in the lab.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you all really enjoyed it. I'll be back. We'll be back next week. And yeah, I guess that's where we'll end it. Thank you, everyone. And
Buy my print.
I have to say, I know I'm sure Curse Pepper isn't here anymore, but damn, that's awesome. Thanks for all those like subs.
Mhm.
11.
An old
Oh, yeah.
follower, definitely an old follower of mine, back from my like when I used to stream from Korea.
Paper Mario.
Paper. It was
Yeah.
way back in the day. Like no, like Papers, Please back in the day. That was one of my first few games that I played on stream. But yeah.
Stressful game.
It's so good though. It's such a good game. Such a beautifully done game. I love that game. But either way, yeah, thank you all. If you want to hang out and talk, I'll be around. But yeah, goodbye everyone.
Night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
I don't know. I'm waving away from the camera. There we go. All right, kiddos. I'm fucking beat. I'm gonna go pass out.